What's going on, Pats Nation, my fellow Goon Squad? How are we doing today? Hey, man, look, guys, we got a 1 o'clock game here. New England Patriots in the preseason. This is like the first time since the 1990s. Apparently, the Patriots have played a preseason game at 1 o'clock. So there's a fact for you. Look, I don't know if it's just me. I don't like 1 o'clock games for us in the preseason. I will take every night game that I can get. And I know the media, I feel like the media, especially Patriots media, always loves 1 o'clock games. Are able to get out, still enjoy the nighttime. I get it. Maybe down the line I'll feel different. But for me personally, I prefer nighttime games. The vibes are higher. 1 o'clock games, it's just like the sun's in these players' eyes. It's not as fun to me. All right. I prefer a nighttime game. So, but all right. 1 p.m. game, getting me ready, giving me live reps for the upcoming season. But all right, Patriots get the ball first. Antonio Gibson blocking. Travion Henderson with a return. He's going to get past the 25-yard line, but he's going to be stopped before he reaches the 30. That's going to be about 26 yards per return. You guys like 425 games. 425 games aren't bad. You get like the mix between like, all right, it's still light out, but then nighttime is still coming too. But you're not in bed at like 11. So I don't hate 425. I just feel like 1 o'clock games, it's a little bit too early. A little bit too early for me. Okay. I'm not a morning guy. But all right. Drake May's under center. Starting offense is out there. Drake May fakes the handoff to Henderson. Passes high for Matt Collins, who runs a slant, but is able to use his size to still catch the ball. That is a first down for the Patriots. So it looks like the Minnesota Vikings are playing their second team defense against the Patriots' first team offense right now. So I was hoping they would play their first team defense a little bit to give the Patriots kind of their first real look, but that's okay. All right, Antonio Gibson gets the carry on first down, but he's going to be stopped before the first. It's going to be about 2nd and 1. All right, Antonio Gibson up the middle again on 2nd and 2, and he's going to get the first down. Right now, the Patriots are cooking. Right now, this offense is doing well. You got Matt Collins on first down. Drake May fakes the handoff. Matt Collins slant. Easy pickup on first. Pass was a little high, like I said earlier, but they still convert. Matt Collins uses that length. And then run play. Patriots got themselves a couple of first downs already. Again, Vikings second team defense, but that's still a good backup Vikings defense here. And keep in mind, it's still led by Brian Flores, who is really creative with what he does defensively. Starters are not. 1st and 10. Running motion. Drake May fakes the handoff. Has time. Gets the ball out quick. No! Drake May cannot hit Pop Douglas, who was wide open. Drake May just soars the ball over his head. And Pop Douglas tries to extend his body, but doesn't have the length for it. The ball's batted in the air because Douglas gets a finger on it, and it's almost intercepted. If that is a starting defensive line, or not defensive line, but if that's a starting cornerback, that is a pass that is intercepted. So Drake May puts the ball at risk. Should have hit Pop Douglas, who's wide open, but that is one thing I'll say about Drake May. Drake May struggles to hit wide receivers that are small, and Pop Douglas is like 5'8". That might have also just been a miscommunication. I don't know if that was just an overthrow, but that also could have been a miscommunication between the two because Drake May soared that thing. All right, now there's a penalty on the offense, delay of game. Mike Vrabel's not going to be happy about that one. You soar the ball, and now you get a delay game. 2nd and 15 now. All right, 2nd and 15. Drake May drops back. Drake May just sees Kayshon Boutte, and he's going to go to him for a short gain. Drake May was looking downfield, didn't see anything, saw the pressure, and just took a profit, right? You can't go broke taking a profit. But the Patriots are now across the 50 with that play. But that'll bring up third. So 3rd and 7. Got to expect a pass play here. Patriots are across the 50, not close enough for a field goal attempt. May drops back. May's going to Travion Henderson. Ball's batted. Kobe King defends the ball. Kobe King, is that the rookie? I mean, I remember Kobe King. I was scouting him for the Patriots, and obviously they didn't take him, but that's a ball that Travion Henderson should have had. I know he's a running back, but that was a place where Drake May put for only Travion Henderson to get it. I know some of you trying to say, oh, that looks like pass interference. There's no pass interference there. Travion Henderson had an opportunity to catch the ball before the defender was there, and he bobbled it, and he couldn't bring it in. So, Patriots punt the ball. That opening drive offensively looked promising. Again, Matt Collins, slant, first down. Antonio Gibson run, a 9-yard gain. Antonio Gibson runs again, another first down for the Patriots, and then everything just stalled out. It was really brought to you. I mean, it seemed like the offense had a rhythm, but then as soon as Drake May overshot Pop Douglas and was almost intercepted, then things got a little shaky. After that, then you had literally immediately after that play, you had the delay of game by Drake May, which put the team from a 2nd and 10 to a 2nd and 15. Drake May hits Kayshon Boutte for a few yards. They get 3rd and manageable, which is what the Patriots want to do. That's what Mike Vrabel said. He said, look, if we're in a 2nd and long situation, our goal on 2nd down is to not get the first down. If it's there, take it. But the goal on 2nd down is to simply just get a profit. Can you get half of your yardage? So if you're in a 2nd and 20, can you get 10 yards on 2nd down and then 10 yards on 3rd down to ultimately get the first and move the chains? Preseason, my ass, Trey almost got hurt. But hey, look, it's the 2nd preseason game. Okay, we'll see what Mike Vrabel does. But usually, from what we've seen from the Patriots in preseason games, at least, usually you don't play your starters in the 3rd preseason game. They rest up. You usually don't play them. You have your backups playing. They get ready. It's the final chance for anybody to make the 53 that's maybe on the bubble. So this might be the last chance we actually see the starting offense and see the starting defense for until the week 1 against the Raiders. And in that case, you want your guys being in football shape, getting actual football reps before that game comes along. And look, all these players, including Travion Henderson, there's going to be moments where they are put in rough situations. It's football. You know, you're going to get hurt. You're going to get injured. You're going to have to get up after taking a hard shot. And honestly, I don't even think that Travion Henderson was put in a bad situation there. I thought that a defender was on him. The safety came over the top, and then it looked like he got clocked. But if you go back and look at it, he actually got down before that safety came up and put a hit on him. But let's see. Sam Howell starting here for the Vikings. So no J.J. McCarthy. No J.J. McCarthy here for the Patriots. Or not for the Patriots, for the Vikings, excuse me. He won't be starting. All right, that's a first down for the Minnesota Vikings. They go back-to-back run plays. Or 3rd and short. Okay, I guess they didn't give him the first. That'll be 3rd and 1 or 3rd and inches. The Vikings had a really good game last week on the ground. Questions for the Patriots on their ability to stop the run. So this will be a good test. But we do have the Patriots defensive starters here. So the guys starting for the Patriots defense right now, you have Keon White, Milton Williams, Kyrie's Tonga, Harold Landry, Robert Spillane, Christian Ellis, Carlton Davis. So we're seeing him out there. That's nice. Alex Austin, Marcus Jones, Jalen Hawkins, and Craig Woodson. That is your defense on this first opening drive. All right. In motion, Sam Howell fakes the handoff. Milton Williams with pressure. Sam Howell's going to run for it. And fumble. Was he down? All right, now he was down. Good punch out. Good punch out. I'm trying to see who that was for the Patriots who punched the ball out at the end. But Milton Williams immediately with pressure up the middle. Sam Howell goes for the run. And is that Harold Landry? I believe that was Harold Landry who punched the ball out, but he was down, so it doesn't matter. So that was a 2nd and 5. So 5-yard run there. But my boy Tom Brady from the AFC East Roundtable comes in with a $14 donation. My man, you guys know it is very much appreciated when you donate to the channel. YouTube, they don't really take care of their creators all that well. So when you guys donate, it goes a long way to supporting the channel. He said, richly falsely claimed that I've never beaten the Jets in the playoffs. 137-16. Be aware that he often exaggerates the Jets players' stats to support his narrative while deflating stats of the East. Hey, man, that's what the AFC East is all about, apparently. But I think it's a Jets thing. I think it's a Jets thing because there's a lot of Jets fans who just like hype up. By the way, huge pass breakup by Carlton Davis right now. Excellent coverage. Gets his hand in there on a 3rd and 2. That brings up 4th and 2. And now the Minnesota Vikings are punting. What a rep by Carlton Davis, man. Wow, he's playing cornerback 1 right now, too. Great play by Davis. But I think Jets fans do that a lot. They kind of inflate what the team's doing, man. I remember when, Breece Hall and Braylon Allen were being hyped up, and that never showcased itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I looked back at it after we did the running back rankings on the AFC East Roundtable, and I like Braylon Allen. But Braylon Allen, Marcus Jones with the punt return. Marcus Jones had the kicker to beat, and he would have taken that thing to the house, but still a really good return there on the punt by Marcus Jones. But like I was saying, I look back at Braylon Allen, and Braylon Allen only had like 400 yards rushing last year. I like him, but after last week's episode, I started to think to myself, I might actually like the Patriots running back core more than the Jets because Ramondre Stevenson put up more yards than Breece Hall last year. Antonio Gibson put up more yards than Braylon Allen last year. So statistically, our 1-2 punch is better, and we only got better by adding Travion Henderson. So the other thing that I don't understand about some Jets fans too is like, if Patriots fans bring up the past, we get in trouble, right? Like we're always told Patriots fans live in the past. Well, first off, we can live in the past because we have a past. We are the most successful team in NFL history. We're allowed to live in the past. But Jets fans get mad when we air quote live in the past, but then they'll bring up, we beat the Patriots in the playoffs. That's why they're mad. You beat the Patriots one time in the playoffs. The Patriots own Tom Brady. The New England Patriots own the New York Jets. So much of which that Tom Brady had to put in a little quote during the statue unveiling just so he could wipe the Jets between his ass cheeks one more time while he's here in New England. So I don't know. I don't even know why Jets fans try to come back when it's against the New England Patriots. Like, again, you beat the Patriots one time in a playoff game. One time. And you're trying to act like that means something. What's your record against the Patriots? What's Tom Brady's record against you? We are not the same people. The other thing that I think is funny, too, is Jets fans will say, well, the Patriots are bottom feeders. The Patriots are bottom feeders because over the last 2 years, right? Over the last 2 years, the New England Patriots were the ones. Oh, shoot, the game's back on 1 second. But over the last 2 years, the New England Patriots are the ones that have been last in the division. Well, okay, but we were told not to live in the past, so why don't we move forward? Also, my rebuttal to that would be, okay, who is the bottom feeders over the last 20 years in the AFC East? It's the New York Jets. But, oh, we can't live in the past. Well, okay, well, if we're not living in the past, why are we looking at the last 2 years? Again, there's just some fans out there that try to build the narratives. Shout out to my boy Richie, though. That's my man right there. He's backing up his team as he should, but there is some delusional Jets fans out there. Bro, you were tripping putting the Jets second in the running back conversation. Look, I think they have the potential to be because of their offensive line. Like, the Jets will have a top 10 offensive line this year. I think the Patriots running back core is better. The only thing that potentially holds them back for me, though, is the offensive line for the Patriots. That's the one thing that concerns me. But all right, 2nd and 9 for the Patriots. Drake May and all back on the field, starting offense. Drake May drops back. He's going to pass here. Goes to Matt Collins again. Just a simple check down. Drake May saying, can't go broke, taking a profit, baby. He's 3 for 5 right now. That's a 6-yard gain. So that'll be about 3rd and 3. All right, 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 in the shotgun. Travion Henderson on the field. Drake May has time to throw. Now he's under pressure. He's going to extend the play. He's going wide down the field. Matt Collins, did he get his feet in? Whoa, what a play by Matt Collins. Are you kidding me? Travion Henderson stays back to block, then goes out to receive the ball. Drake May has time, has pressure, gets outside, throws on the run to Matt Collins, who's on the sidelines, and Hollins finds a way to still keep his toes in bounds for the first down. To any Matt Collins hater out there, this is why I told you he's making the roster. No conversation about Javon Baker or Matt Collins. It's always Matt Collins. And we're seeing that chemistry brew. All right, they're going to give the handoff here to Travion Henderson. He tries to kick it to the outside, but he's not going to get anything. Just nowhere for that offensive line to give room there for Travion. All right, 2nd and 10. The Pats are at the 25-yard line in opposing territory. Drake May drops back. He has time. Under pressure, he's going to extend the play. He's going to take a hit, and he throws it out of bounds. Smart play. Drake May did exactly what Mike Vrabel said there. Get outside the pocket when pressure is there. Keep your eyes downfield. Do not rush unless you need to, but keep the football safe. And that's exactly what he did. He got outside the pocket. He extended the play. He kept his eyes downfield. He saw the defender was about to clock him. Throws the ball out of bounds. Live to see another down. 3rd and 10 for the Patriots. If they don't get it here, we'll probably see Andy Borgales come out with a kick opportunity. All right. They hand the ball off. Travion Henderson. Whoa! Oh my gosh. Travion Henderson bursted off the line in a way that I've never seen a running back burst before. Oh my gosh, this guy's speed. That is a gutsy call. Okay? That is I don't think you're doing that with Ramondre Stevenson. That is a gutsy call. Josh McDaniels on a 3rd and 10 at the 25-yard line caught a run play up the gut of the offensive line. Travion Henderson with ease gets a 10-yard gain. Wow, what a play. Fresh set of downs for New England. Travion Henderson. Antonio Gibson's going to get the call. Bounces it to the outside. Stiff arms the defender. Good run by Antonio Gibson. It's going to be stopped a bit short of the first. It's going to be about a 7-yard run on 1st down. Good play. Stephen Roy comes in with a $5 donation. That's my boy Steven. Says, hello, sir. I hope you are doing well. I hope you've been well. You too, Steven. Good to see you back in the chat. He said, got to watch the preseason game against the Commanders. Crazy game. That is a game Patriots fans needed, Steven. We got hype now, man. I hope we can continue the hype into this 2nd preseason game, man. Bring that hype into week 1, because I don't think the starters will play much next week, like I said. But 3rd and 3, they're going to give it off to Antonio Gibson. Antonio Gibson tries to bounce it to the outside, but he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 3. 2-yard tackle for loss here. That's 2nd and 3. Blocking up front just didn't hold. That was 2nd and 3. But that's going to be now 3rd down. So about 3rd and 4 is where they're going to mark it. All right, you got Hooper in motion, and they're going to hand the ball off again. Henderson does it again. Oh! Oh my gosh, how does he do it? Oh my gosh, Travion Henderson is so clutch. They run the ball on 3rd and 4 after being stopped with Antonio Gibson the play before. And the Vikings looked like they were going to stop him. But the burst of Travion Henderson keeps the motors moving, dodges off a couple defenders, and gets in for his first career rushing touchdown. Travion Henderson is a freaking cheat code, my dudes. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? They gave the ball to him on 3rd and 10 at the 25-yard line, somehow gets the first down. And then on 3rd and 4, after you just ran the ball and it didn't work, and you give the ball to Henderson, who looks like he's going to be stopped, and he gets the touchdown. Not even the first, he gets the touchdown. Are you kidding me? I was about to go off on Josh McDaniels for running the ball on back-to-back plays in the red zone on a 3rd and 4. But Travion Henderson, the cheat code, gets the Patriots in. That's crazy. My boy Steven comes back in here with another $5 donation, man. Shout out to Steven, man. He's killing the super chat game right now. He says, my dad and I went. Wasn't even in our seats yet when Henderson ran it back for 100 yards, man. That play taught me, okay? That play taught me that I need to make sure that I am live for every single kickoff. Because the Patriots have a guy in the kickoff duties with Henderson now who has that ability to take it to the house. It's not just a situation where the Patriots have a guy as a punt returner with Marcus Jones to take it to the house. No, now they have their guy in the kickoff duties that can make a play happen. And I got to make sure that I'm live for the beginning of every single game, because it's not just going to be a touchback every time now. The Patriots are going to take the ball out. What a play by Henderson. How is this even possible? How are the bots back? We switched it. You know what? Here's the thing. We switched the chat to where you have to be subscribed for any period of time. You have to be subscribed to be a part of the chat. And I thought that would solve the bot issue. But you know what? Hey, if the bots want to subscribe, as long as you're subscribed, I guess comment whatever you want. TJD makes a great point, too. He said, you got to thank Marcus Jones for that punt return. That punt return did set the Patriots up for that touchdown. Now, who knows? Maybe the Patriots would have went down the field and still knocked it in, but Marcus Jones put the Patriots in really good starting position to make that play. All right. So we'll see the Vikings offense take the field for the second time. All right. Oh, fumble. Oh. The kick returner for the Vikings got popped. I'm not sure who it was by, but they got popped by a Patriot special teamer. Ball flies up, but the Vikings do recover. Oh, that would have been an excellent opportunity for the Patriots, man. They could have went up 14-0. Damn. Looks like that was Jack Gibbons. It was Ty Felton. And it was Jack Gibbons. Wow, so Jack Gibbons with the special teams play, man. Howell with time in the pocket. Oh! Bounces off the hands of Ty Chandler. Ball flies in the air. Goes incomplete, though. No Patriots defender was in the area for the interception, but a risky play for Sam Howell. Now, the good thing is that, yes, this is the Vikings' backup offense, but second strings, I should say. But Sam Howell, I mean, he used to be a starter in this league. Let's not forget. All right, Howell drops back. Howell under pressure. Oh, gets hit. Oh, intercepted. It looks like the pressure was applied. So Alex Austin with the interception. Pressure was applied by Effan Chisum. We've heard a lot about Effan Chisum in training camp. He applied the immediate pressure off the right side. Sam Howell knows he's going to get hit. Instead of taking the sack, he throws off his back foot while Chisum's hitting him, and Alex Austin reads the ball in the air and intercepted. So Patriots don't get the fumble recovery off of that fumble on the kickoff return by Ty Felton, but they do get the interception 2 plays later. So guys, 44 is Chisum. 44 is Effan Chisum, guys, not Braden Swinson. All right, but Patriots run the ball, and they get about a yard with Antonio Gibson. You have your backup offensive lineman your backup offense on the field for the Patriots now. Joshua Dobbs has entered the game. So it looks like Drake May's day will be done after about 2 drives. I thought they were going to get the extended look. That's a little disappointing. All right, Dobbs goes out to... All right, Kyle Williams, the rookie, gets his first catch. Dobbs finds him in the middle of the field. First down. All right, 1st and 10 for the Pats. All right, Dobbs drops back. Dobbs is going to go to Chisum. Chisum can't shake off the defender, though, so only a gain of about 4. There's a flag on the play. All right, let's see. What's the flag? Face mask, 56 defense. There you go. Couple face masks in this game, but they finally call this one. They pulled the face mask of Effan Chisum while he was trying to bring him down. Just an easy face mask call. All right, 1st down for the Patriots after that penalty. Looks like it's going to be a run play here, and it is. Antonio Gibson tries to go outside, bounces it inside. Is only going to get a couple here, though. Give him about 2 or 3. All right, so I thought that I had the bots under control, but I'll have to ban the words later on. Shout out to my boy Steven again. Damn, Steven. All right. Showing out today with another $2 donation. He says, yes, sir. Heading to work, but going to listen here. Steven, my man, I got you covered for everything that is going to happen in this game. 2nd and goal. Josh Dobbs under center. Pony formation for the Patriots. Dumps the ball off to Chisum. Oh! All right. Checks it down to Effan Chisum, but a defender comes in to help bring him down. 1 yard short, man. I really wanted Chisum to get that touchdown, man. Damn. All right. 2nd and goal. Patriots are still about a yard short of the touchdown. So what are they going to do? They probably will run the ball, but I wouldn't mind seeing a pass play here. All right, running the ball again. Oh, the play is blown up behind the line of scrimmage, and that is going to bring up 4th down, man. You know Josh McDaniels is back when we're running an outside run play. Outside zone here. Oh, is that a fumble? But, yeah, do you know Josh McDaniels is back when they're running outside zone on a 3rd and 1? Oh, we're going for it on 4th? Okay, Patriots are going for it on 4th. I like the aggressiveness. They went from the 1-yard line to the 5-yard line, though. I would have just taken the field goal at that point. An aggressive Vikings defense. Okay, Minnesota takes the timeout. So we'll see how the Patriots respond here. Looks like Minnesota got a look they didn't like. Will the Patriots still go for it? Or will they take the 3? Yeah, that was a real rough call there on 3rd down. I really hope that when we're in the red zone, Josh McDaniels doesn't consistently go, oh, 3rd down? All right, yeah, let's just run the ball to the outside. Yeah. Like, no, dude. Pass the ball. The offensive line that is in there right now is Marcus Bryant at left tackle. I believe we saw him at right tackle last week. Jared Wilson at left guard. Ben Brown at center. Cole Strange at right guard. Vidarian Lowe at right tackle. Ugh. Vidarian Lowe was always better. I prefer to see Marcus Bryant at right tackle, Lowe at left tackle, but all right. All right, Patriots still going for it. Dobbs drops back. Dobbs is under pressure. Dobbs throws. Dobbs had Javon Baker open. And Josh Dobbs was under pressure, tried to get the ball out, and just soars the ball through the middle. Thought he had Javon Baker open there, but couldn't get his feeding correct to hit him. And Patriots turnover on down. So defense is going to have a really good opportunity to stop them here because that Vikings offense is not in good field position. But when you're 1 yard away from the end zone, you wish the Patriots could have knocked it in. If they're going to run the ball, I wish they would have tried to run it up the gut. I don't love the idea on 3rd and 1. Okay? It's 3rd and 1, or 3rd and goal, I should say. And the Patriots bounce it to the outside. Don't love that. I think if you really want to run the ball, try running it up the middle or passing the ball. Didn't love the play calling there. But yeah, certainly not what you wanted to see there. Certainly not what you wanted to see. Do you think that Chisum can be Cooper Kupp with better legs? So I don't want to say that Effan Chisum will be better than Cooper Kupp because Cooper Kupp had a season where he put up like 2,000 yards. He was Super Bowl MVP. So I don't know if he'll be Cooper Kupp, but can he be Cooper Kupp-esque? I think so. During his time at, what was it, Washington? Let me make sure I get that right. I believe Chisum is from Washington. So, Eastern Washington, excuse me. So, during his time at Eastern Washington, Effan Chisum actually broke the Cooper Kupp record for like most receptions in a season or something like that. So, I mean, when Cooper Kupp did leave Eastern Michigan, there was a lot of questions on who's going to replace that production, who's going to replace that role, and Effan Chisum kind of moved into that role pretty seamlessly. Now, he obviously didn't do it as well as Cooper Kupp, but he still took over that well and did very, very well. He thrived in it. So I think he can serve in that same role, but do I think he's going to be what Cooper Kupp was in this league? No. Cooper Kupp could play outside. He could play inside. He was a true wide receiver 1. Like I said, I mean, guy was making Pro Bowls. He was putting up like 2,000-yard seasons, Super Bowl MVP. It's hard to say that a UDFA is going to, build upon that and do the same thing. But all right, Minnesota Vikings offense takes over at the 5. They're going to run the ball up the middle. Patriots are going to stop for about a gain of 1 or 2. That's going to be the end of the first quarter, by the way. Was really hoping to see JJ McCarthy, man. Can you imagine if Terry McLaurin was here? Yeah. Unfortunately, he got his extension, so that's officially done. Yeah, I'm crying. Mr. Mime says Duggar might be out of here, man. Writing on the wall. They were cautious to play him last year. I don't think they were cautious to play him last year. I think they didn't play him last year because he was dealing with that injury, right? Like, Duggar had a high ankle sprain last year, and that's what kept him out for the amount of games that he was out last year. I felt like any given week, like, Duggar wasn't placed on the IR, but it felt like he was out for like 5-6 weeks. And we're like, why didn't you just place him on IR? But they were taking it week by week with him because of that high ankle sprain. And honestly, he should have been placed on season-ending injured reserve, but instead, he decided to play through that injury. And it just feels like he hasn't come back from that. So last year, I don't think that he was in the doghouse. I don't think that he was playing bad. I think that he was injured, and that's why he was a step behind. This year, he still looks like a step behind. It feels like he just hasn't come back from that injury. And to pay him. Okay, I thought you said to play him. But there are some Patriots fans that do still think that, they were cautious to play him. I have heard that argument. But this year, I just think that physically he's a step behind. I don't think that he's come back from that injury yet. But we heard from Greg Bedard a couple of weeks ago that he could be on the outside looking in, that Duggar very well could be someone who is a potential cut or trade candidate during roster cutdowns. But based off of his contract, I don't think they can. Let me take a look at it real quick. Take a look at that contract. Because let's keep in mind, it was only last offseason that they gave him that contract extension. And Duggar wanted a lot more money, and the Patriots didn't give it to him, but he's still paid as one of the highest paid safeties in the league still. The fact that he wanted more is kind of crazy. But Duggar this year, Duggar in 2025 is making $15 million, 17 in 2026, and 18 in 2027. If they cut him, they're taking $14.2 million of dead money. They'll save $1 million. If they trade him, they take on 4.5 in dead money, 10.7 in cap savings. So it would have to be a trade. But speaking of Kyle Duggar, big hit there on number 45 for the Minnesota Vikings to push him out of bounds. So, hey, we still heard his name. But look, Kyle Duggar still being out there. Kyle Duggar right now being out there doesn't say a lot to me because you also have Keon White still out there. So it looks like the starting defense for the most part is out there. But all right, 1st and 10 after that play for the Vikings. Vikings are now at the 20-yard line. Motion, they run the ball to the right side, but they're going to be stopped behind the line. That's going to be Aiton for the Patriots, who stops the ball carrier behind the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 2nd and 12 now for the Minnesota Vikings. All right, 2nd and 11. Hal drops back. Hal's trying to go deep. It's going to be incomplete. In coverage, you had Kobe Minor, Mr. Irrelevant himself, who forces the incompletion, forces the receiver out of bounds. Kobe Minor doing exactly what he should there, using the out-of-bounds marker as his friend, as a kind of like an extra defender. That's the benefit that perimeter cornerbacks have. 3rd and 11 for Minnesota. Patriots are going to rush 4 here. Hal drops back. Effan Chisum with pressure. Hal avoids the sack, tries to go get the first down. Patriots will prevent it. Effan Chisum put the right tackle, or excuse me, the left tackle on ice skates right there. I mean, Effan Chisum with a great game so far forces the left tackle down, but then is able to get up and still be a part of the play. Sam Howell notices the pressure, does a good job getting outside to try to avoid it, tries to get the first down, but Del Pettis stops him at the line of scrimmage to prevent the first. So 4th and 5 for Minnesota. Effan Chisum is your punt returner. All right. Chisum's going to return it. Chisum. All right. Chisum shakes off a couple defenders, gets a couple extra yards, but flag on the play. See what this is. All right, let's see. Who's the penalty on? Ooh. Number 14 for the Vikings went out of bounds without coming back in. So that's going to be on the Minnesota Vikings here. Helps the Patriots out a little bit on that return. So tack on about 5 yards. And then the New England Patriots offense taking the field again here in the second quarter. First time here in the second. Actually, I think it was first time in the second. We'll see this Patriots offense after the commercial break. But my boy Tom Brady comes back and he says, Richie fabricates the Jets yards touchdowns. And he says Tua had an interception when he didn't. Watch out for those Jets fans. Number and statistics, not credible, man. Dude, I'll never forget last year when we were doing Jets and Patriots like preview. And the Patriots were coming off of that loss to the Seahawks. They won versus the Bengals. They lost a really close game in overtime against the Seahawks. And I said, look, I'm going to take the Patriots to win this game. I think it'll be close. And then I broke down all these statistics about the Jets. And then the Patriots got blown out. And like Jets fans were like mocking me because they're like, see, that's why stats don't matter in week 3. And I was like, what do you mean they don't matter? It doesn't matter if it's week 2. Like, these statistics are based off of how your team has played throughout the first few weeks of the season. Like, they are very much important, but football's any given week, and you guys beat the odds. So, hey, man. Jets fans, they're diehard for their team. I'll give them credit for that. They're diehard for their team, and they're trying to be as, I don't want to say realistic, because that's definitely not the word, but they're trying to be as enthusiastic as possible. But sometimes that enthusiasm certainly does come off as delusion. Not all Jets fans are like that, but there certainly are some Jets fans. Like, there'll be some Jets fans in the chat during the AFC East roundtable that'll be like, the Patriots are so overhyped. Like, oh my gosh, like the Josh Allen sucks. But then they'll be like, dude, Aaron Glenn is about to be the next head coach in the division. Like, watch out for the Jets. Justin Fields is our franchise quarterback. And it's like, okay, you know what? If you're going to say stuff like that, I can't trust anything else that comes out of your mouth. Are you kidding me? If you want to say the Patriots are overrated, I guess that's your own right to say. You know, we haven't proved anything yet, but to say that Justin Fields is going to be your starting quarterback, bro is on his 3rd organization. He's on his 3rd organization for a reason, and bro is struggling to pass the football. I feel like every training camp practice, like every other day, I'm hearing he's struggling to pass the ball. As long as teams can stop his mobility, Justin Fields is screwed. No hate to Jets fans, though. I have all love for Jets fans. Just some of them are a little crazy. But don't worry, Tom Brady, because I'm going to be putting those Jets fans in their place this upcoming season on the AFC East roundtable every Monday and Wednesday to make sure they know, what was real. Because the fact that we're talking about the Jets even possibly finishing 2nd in the division is wild. But all right, 2nd and 5 here for the Patriots. Wow, what a terrible pass by Dobbs. Looks like Dobbs was trying to set up a screen for Javon Baker, and Josh Dobbs just throws the ball behind Javon Baker. Couldn't even hit a guy open for a screen. Literally, you're just You're playing pass football, like backyard football. How does Josh Dobbs wasn't even pressured? How does he miss that? Oh, okay. So, okay, I see it now. Josh Dobbs, the ball was batted by the linebacker that was blitzing him off of the edge. So the ball was actually tipped, which is why I didn't get to Javon Baker. So 3rd and 5, flag on the play. Pass will be caught for a first down. Cole Fotherham. I don't even know who that is for us, to be honest with you. Ooh. Offsides by the Vikings, but the Patriots got the first down anyway, so it didn't matter. So first down, Pats on a 3rd and 5. So thank God Josh Dobbs in the clutch delivers. All right, JaMychal Hasty up the middle. JaMychal Hasty with the burst. Classic 39 here for New England, man. Let me tell you, even last year when JaMychal Hasty was here, I told you, like, that burst from Hasty off the line is real. And you saw that here, man. I hope that JaMychal Hasty gets back on the practice squad, because that's a guy that, if you need someone to be promoted, I don't mind JaMychal Hasty being promoted, you know, as an elevation on game day from that practice squad if need be. But good run there by him for 8 yards on first. That's going to bring up 2nd and 2. Dobbs under center. Chisum in motion. They're going to hand the ball off to JaMychal Hasty again. Tries to bounce around, but can't make much happen. It's only going to get about a yard. That'll be 3rd and 1. All right, 3rd and 2. Patriots are at the 39. Dobbs drops back to pass. Goes to Javon Baker down the sideline. Baker makes the catch, but not in bounds. Gets maybe 1 foot in bounds, maybe. 4th and 2. Patriots have been aggressive, but will they go for it? But no, they're going to attempt for the field goal attempt. Kind of surprised. Kind of surprised they didn't go for this. I mean, maybe if it, okay, so 4th and 2. Maybe if it was 4th and 1, they would have gone for it, but they're going to attempt a field goal. Andy Borgales has the kicking opportunity here for the Pats. This is a 57-yard field goal, and it's going to be missed. Wow. Whoa, what a terrible oh my. That might have been the worst kick attempt that I have ever seen a New England Patriots kicker attempt. Okay, look. 57 yards, okay? 57 yards. I'm not upset he didn't make it, okay? You had John Parker Romo hit 57 last week, though. But the all-time kicking record for the Patriots is 58 yards. So, look, 57 yards. That's a tough kick. But my issue is that it's not like he didn't have enough steam. He just kicked that thing wide left. You knew as soon as he hit it, it wasn't going to make it. That thing hit the stands. That thing was closer to hitting the damn porta potties than it was actually hitting the uprights. That was a terrible kick for Andy Borgales. And guys, we might have an actual kicker battle on our hands. John Parker Romo hits from 57 last week with ease. Andy Borgales thanks wide left a kick from 57 this week. There might be a kicker battle. Didn't a kicker make a 75-yard field goal in Jacksonville? Yeah. You know what Madden did? After that kicker had a 75-yard kick in the preseason last week, Madden gave him a 99 overall kicking power. Rightfully deserved, by the way. Rightfully deserved. Romo makes it. Romo might. If Romo was here, Romo would have made that. I think he at least would have had way better accuracy. That gave me Chad Ryland flashbacks. Dude, who is the other guy we drafted? Who had the tattoo, dude? I don't even remember his name. He was bad, man. I'm trying to see if the snap from Julian Ashby was rough, maybe. Or excuse me, the hold by Bryce Behringer. Yeah, no, I put that one on Andy Borgales, man. I have that one on Andy Borgales. Steven comes back in here, man. Steven, hope work's going well. You said, do they have Shane Watts at running back? So not yet. From what we've seen so far with Dobbs, it's been Antonio Gibson and JaMychal Hasty. I would expect to see Watts probably more in like the third and fourth quarter. I wouldn't expect to see him this early on. So not just yet. All right, Minnesota runs it up the gut here, but a good stop by looks like Craig Woodson, who made that tackle. It's going to be a gain of 2. You got Rippin here out here for the Minnesota Vikings now, so Sam Howell's out. Justin Rohrwasser, that's who it was, man. I don't feel like he got an opportunity to kick. Because, like, after that kick, or after the kickoff, or the tag 2 controversy by him, it didn't matter. Whoa! Okay, and the Vikings set up a screen here on 2nd and 8, and the Vikings are going to get a first down and more on the play. Was designed up really, really well. No Patriots defenders in the vicinity. Jack Gibbons was the closest one, but fortunately, the blocker got the best there of Jack Gibbons. Jack Gibbons kind of having a hard time with the block shed. Justin Tucker's a free agent. Woo! The ultimate gooner, Josh, or the ultimate gooner in Justin Tucker, man. Ironic last name. All right, Minnesota's going to run the ball up the gut on first. They'll get it up to about the 28, gain of 4. All right, 2nd and 6 for Minnesota. They're driving down the field. Has time to throw. They set up another screen. Looked to me like Jack Gibbons missed the tackle. And he was bouncing off of multiple Patriots defenders for the first down. I thought Jack Gibbons had an opportunity to make that tackle, but didn't look like he squared up his hips well enough and wasn't able to make the stop. Let's see it. So, sets up the screen. Jack Gibbons with an arm tackle. Yeah, didn't square up his hips well enough. Flag on the play. False start on the Vikings, so that's going to be 1st and 15. Man, do your boy a favor, guys. Leave a big like on the video. We got 126 of you guys watching live right now on YouTube alone. We got more people watching on Twitter. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button, man. It really helps support the channel. Let's try to get 150 likes by the end of the stream, man. All right, 1st and 15. They're going to go out to the sideline. Gain of about 9 for Minnesota. Looks like that was on Kobe Minor. All right, 2nd and 6 for Minnesota. All right, they're switching the play up. Looks like they're going to run the ball. They do up the gut. And looks like they're going to be just short of the first. Should be about 3rd and 1. Maybe even 3rd and inches. All right, we got the virtual measurement coming out here. This is between 3rd and inches to 3rd and 1. For those who don't know, they got rid of the chain movers, so it's actually kind of sad. Technology is replacing real people again, but they no longer bring out the chain gang no more. It's actually a virtual spot now. So when they don't know the spot of the ball, they bring out this like virtual reality measurement thing that'll let you know just how close it is. So you got the ref on the sideline talking to O'Connell, head coach for the Vikings, and they're going over that. They got cameras all over the stadium to see where exactly the ball will be placed. Hey, I don't know what's wrong with the chain gang, me personally, but all right. We know it's short, so I don't know why that matters. I'm shocked McCarthy hasn't played. Yeah, so McCarthy won't play in the game. We heard that during joint practice. But I was a little upset that we didn't get to see a little JJ McCarthy. You know, I mean, this is the second preseason game. This is usually where teams do play their starters to a level. This is usually the game where teams play their starters the most. And no JJ McCarthy. I was really hoping to see what he would look like against this first-team defense, but unfortunately not. 3rd and 1 for the Vikings. They're at the 11-yard line. Or the 12-yard line, excuse me. All right, they're going to fake the handoff. Pressure, and they throw the ball out. It's going to be 4th and 1. You had Truman Jones apply the pressure. Truman Jones, who not a lot of people are talking about for the Patriots, okay? UDFA, edge rusher. And he's had some really good moments for the Patriots. Mike Vrabel, one of his winners of training camp, and he had some good moments last week too. Low-key, a dark horse to make the final roster. What is that? That's not a sweet cream cold brew. That's a black coffee. I might have you... Oh, shoot, 1 second. Stay here. Okay, it's 4th and 1. The Vikings are going for it. They're not going to hand it off. It's going to be a passing play. A 50-50 opportunity to Alex Austin and overshot. That was a terrible 4th and 1 opportunity. So the Vikings could have at least put points up on the board. They don't. Patriots offense is going to take over. I might have you put some of the vanilla stuff downstairs in it. I mean, I got to see how bad. Does it taste bitter? It's so good. It's not terrible. Reminds me of like the fall. Like, I feel like I'm going to the pumpkin patch right now. But yo, chat, look at this. Yo, chat, look at this. Okay, you guys actually can't tell because I guess on screen it doesn't look that bad. But I got a coffee, right? Hopefully this doesn't make me seem a little sussy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is really small. This makes me look weird. But I get the vanilla sweet cream cold brew from Starbucks, man. That's where it's at. Okay, if you guys tried, you know. But looks a little dark there. I don't think they put in any cream, man. Looks like they put a drizzle in there. It's almost black coffee. Nothing wrong with black coffee. Okay, I've had it, but not exactly what I was looking for. Put just like a little dash, not a lot, just like a dash. Maybe like a tablespoon of that vanilla syrup downstairs. No. I don't even know if that's good anymore, to be honest with you. I have a wine cooler. JC, wine coolers are good, okay? Okay, are we... okay. Does this make me sound bad? I'm talking about sweet cream cold brews from Starbucks and wine coolers, okay? Does this make us seem sus? Wine coolers are good, man. I don't care who knows it. Wine coolers are freaking delicious, man. Dude, for anybody that's allowed to do this, okay, you must be legal. But if you put like wine coolers and you put like I don't know, like try like gummy bears, try like peach rings, and you let them sit in the wine cooler for a little bit, bro. Dude, I put you on. Let me put you guys on, okay? Okay, but what flavor? What flavor wine cooler is it? Because that's very important. I drink coffee black with 2 sugars. Only 2? Wow. Black coffee's not bad. See, like, so I okay, well, football's about to be back. Okay, guys, I promise no football plays happening right now, but I prefer Starbucks over Dunkin' because I think Dunkin', it's way too much cream. It's way too much sugar. I'm very, very health conscious. Starbucks is that perfect mix between like, it's just enough cream, but not too much to where it's like 25% coffee. It's like 70, 80% coffee with a little bit of a touch of sweetness. That's what I like. But all right, Patriots hand the ball off here again to JaMycal Hasty. He's only going to get about a yard, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 9 for the Patriots. Patriots took over at about the 11-yard line, so Dobbs is going to have to go the length of the field if the Patriots are going to have any kind of hope. It worked? Oh, shoot. How's that possible? Thanks. I think it's better. Definitely better. Robin? Oh, okay. Thank you. Appreciate you. Love you. 3rd. And we'll see where they spot this. This goes to Kyle Williams, the Patriots rookie 3rd-round pick. So he's had a couple of plays here, a couple of receptions here by Josh Dobbs after Dobbs missed him several times last week, trying to make up a little bit. Mike Gribble also made it a point that they need to get Kyle Williams more involved because he's getting open more regular. Kyle Williams did get hit pretty hard, though, so hopefully he's all right. 3rd and 4. Dobbs goes to Kyle Williams. Kyle Williams is down. Kyle Williams is down. All right. Patriots rookie 3rd-round pick Kyle Williams is down after he got the first down but took a pretty hard hit. Kyle Williams is down on the field with trainers. Hopefully he just got the wind knocked out of him. So it looks like Williams was running a slant. Patriots got the first. Can we rerun the play? So for those just tuning in, Patriots rookie 3rd-round pick Kyle Williams down after a first down slant by Josh Dobbs. Got hit pretty hard, tried to get up but couldn't. He's up right now. I wish they replayed the play so we could see what happened. Kyle Williams walking off under his own power with trainers. Hopefully he's okay. They didn't even replay the play, so I can't even tell you what exactly happened, but it just looked like he got clocked. Hopefully the wind's knocked out of him and he's okay. But we'll see. Hasty bounces it to the outside. Hasty shaking off defenders. Hasty on 1st and 10 is going to get maybe 6 here. All right. No, they're just replaying the run play. So at least he walked off under his own power. That's important. But we'll see if he returns to the game at all. All right, 2nd and 3. The Patriots are at the 31-yard line. JaMycal Hasty in the backfield. Dobbs fakes the handoff. Under pressure. Oh! Tries to go to Javon Baker, but that ball soars. Look, you wish that Dobbs could have hit Javon Baker there. I believe that was Javon Baker, if I'm correct. Yeah, that is Javon Baker. The broadcaster said booty, but that's not booty. But that pressure was on Dobbs immediately as soon as that ball was snapped, so you can't put too much of that on him. Baker tries to make up for it, uses his length, but just can't make the play. 3rd and 3. Patriots still at the 31-yard line. Dobbs drops back. Under pressure, Dobbs goes to Effan Chisum for the first down. Patriots need a first down. Where do they go to? They go to the ultimate chain mover and security blanket in the UDFA out of Western Washington? Eastern Washington? Am I getting that right? Eastern Washington, Effan Chisum. Wow. Yeah, Effan Chisum, during his time with Washington, set a record for 10 receptions a game. All right, 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff. They're going back. Effan Chisum! Effan Chisum! Go, go, go! Whoa! Back-to-back plays for Chisum, who gets hype, baby. That's already the 3rd reception for Effan Chisum in this game, and they find him open deep into the field. So Effan Chisum doesn't just work short to intermediate. Effan Chisum is now a deep threat too. And you see Effan Chisum, yards after the catch ability, stick hits the defender and dives for a couple of extra yards, man. And just with that play, the New England Patriots are now at the opponent's 25-yard line. Huge, huge play for the Patriots by Effan Chisum. You can't cut Effan Chisum now. Like if you cut Chisum, he's not making this roster. What a play by the UDFA wide receiver Effan Chisum out of Eastern Washington, baby. Wow. Can we get Effan Chisum, please, for the love of God, working with the first team offense leading up to week 1? No more working with the second team. He needs to build that chemistry with Drake May. Now, Watts is in the game. A guy they signed just about a week ago had a really, really good practice of joint practice with the Minnesota Vikings. And he picks up a couple here. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Patriots. So another 3rd down. All right, 3rd and 5. This is the 2-minute warning. Can we go back to Effan Chisum here? Okay, Effan Chisum got us down the field. Let's please not stall out. I've heard a lot of people make this like argument that the final roster spot is between Javon Baker and Effan Chisum. I understand that Javon Baker has been really good on special teams as a gunner. He had 2 special teams tackles last week against the Commanders. But Effan Chisum is by far the better player. This is not a discussion. If you want what is best for your offense, Effan Chisum is a significantly better receiver already than Javon Baker is. He fits better in the system than Javon Baker does. Now, Javon Baker, yes, he's a better overall special teamer, but Effan Chisum gives you the ability to also have depth on special teams too. Now, very different than Javon Baker. Effan Chisum's not going to be a gunner, but what Effan Chisum is going to be is a kick/punt returner. Okay, and the Patriots do need depth there. So he still is going to give you that ability on special teams, but he's also going to give you depth at wide receiver that you don't really have on this roster. Man, bro's got Chisum on his fantasy team, man. I might have to now. John Doe, I might have to put Effan Chisum on my fantasy team after this. I don't know. Could you imagine? That's why I'm pushing for Effan Chisum. I'm like, oh, he's got to make the roster, guys. He has to, please. In reality, I did my fantasy team like a month ago, and I have Effan Chisum on it. That's awesome. Oh, man. I'm waiting, man. I'm waiting when we do our fantasy league this year and somebody drafts Effan Chisum. Respect, man. I can't even say anything. Respect. Guys, 148 people watching live only on YouTube. That doesn't even include our Twitter viewers. Make sure you guys slam that thumbs up button right now, okay? It helps support me tremendously. Also, if you guys want to get into the chat, you see everybody in the discussion right now. If you guys want to get in on the chat, you want to ask a question, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, okay? In order to leave a comment, in order to get in on the discussion in the live chat, you got to be subscribed. So hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, man. No reason we shouldn't get to 150 likes by the end of the stream, man. That is our goal. Our goal by the end of the stream is 150 likes, and I know you guys can do it. Help support us tremendously, man. It helps YouTube push this YouTube channel out into the world when you guys leave a like on the videos. Remember, guys, too. Okay, remember, We did recap joint practice also. So if you guys want to know what happened in joint practice with the Vikings this past week, both days we broke down. We went over clips, we went over the film, we went over highlights, everything that happened. So don't forget to check those out. But 3rd and 5 for the Patriots, you got to go back to Effan Chisum. That's your chain mover. Chisum is in motion. And they go back to Chisum. Chisum shakes off a couple defenders. Chisum gets the first down. Are you kidding me? What? A simple check down to Effan Chisum. There was like 3 defenders on him. He dodges off a tackle. 2 defenders come up. 3 defenders come up. And he shakes it off and gets the first. Are you kidding me? Guys, I literally said, like 3 minutes before this play, I said, you got to go back to Effan Chisum. I mean, that's where this play has to go, right? What do? They go back to Effan Chisum. Mr. Reliable himself. Are you kidding? Like, oh. Oh, I just can't believe it, dude. Like, every time they go to Effan Chisum, it is a catch. Every time they go to Effan Chisum, it's a first down. Like, this isn't the type of guy who catches the ball and goes down. This isn't your Jacoby Myers. Effan Chisum gets the ball, and it doesn't matter if it's 1 defender, 2 defenders, 4 defenders. This guy is shaking off defenders left and right to get first downs. I mean, every single time the ball is accurate, this guy's catching the damn football. And I think what he does after the catch is so underrated also. Oh my gosh. Effan freaking Chisum, man. I said that Chisum has to have a good preseason if he's going to make the roster. And he has had a better preseason than I even expected he would. There's no way they keep him off this roster. There's no way. It's not possible. It's not possible. 2nd and 4. Chisum is like Welker, Edelman, and Amendola all in one. He really is. He really is, man. But, like, will he be as good as Wes Welker? I don't think so. Ultimately, we'll just have to see. But even if he can be Danny Amendola, Dola wasn't a wide receiver 1, but he was a complementary piece, and he was a chain mover and a security blanket. And that's why he made the plays he did. All right, on 2nd and 9 after the penalty, Dobbs tries to go to Baker, but they can't connect. So, look, Dobbs has gone to Baker quite a few times to try to give him opportunities. But, look, I'm going to be honest. Unfortunately, I can't even put this on Javon Baker. Josh Dobbs' passes have been extremely inconsistent to where we can't even get a look at what Baker looks like because the passes aren't consistent. They're not accurate. All right, 3rd and 9. What can we do? Gotta have it. Josh Dobbs drops back. Josh Dobbs goes to Chisum. Chisum dodges 1 defender. Dodges 2 defenders. Dodges 3. Touchdown! Freaking Chisum. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Let's go, baby. Let's go. Are you kidding me? He does it again. What? The UDFA wide receiver, undrafted, out of Eastern Washington, does it again. You need the entire team to tackle Effan Chisum. Doesn't matter if you got 1 defender. Doesn't matter if you got 2. It don't matter if you got 4 defenders. Effan Chisum is making a damn play. It is guaranteed. Effan Chisum? Yeah, it's a first down. Effan Chisum? Oh, yeah, that's an easy touchdown. I put my money that Effan Chisum is either getting a first down or a touchdown. I put my money that if it's 3rd down, I'll tell you where the ball's going. That ball's going to Effan Chisum, and I don't even got to worry. I'm not even worried about it. 3rd down, got to have it. Watch this. Effan freaking Chisum. Oh, touchdown. I knew that was going to happen. Why? Because Chisum is a future New England Patriots Hall of Famer. Calling it now. Calling it now. Wow. Guys, like, These are my genuine reactions. Like, I have nothing more to say than I'm blown away. I'm seriously blown away with Effan Chisum. I mean, this entire game, anytime Josh Dobbs has gone to him, it's been a first down for the most part, or it's been a touchdown. And the Vikings know that Effan Chisum is cooking. Like, they are surrounding him with defenders. But it doesn't matter. Like, despite them knowing that they have to stop Effan Chisum, they're not able to. Effan Chisum is just so shifty, man. I mean, for a guy his size, the way that he just shakes off tackles is unbelievable. And we talked about how, Effan Chisum, he's a type of guy who's probably more of a chain mover, short to intermediate. He had a huge play down the field. I mean, Chisum is the type of guy where you can check the ball down to him, and he can turn that into a 20-yard game easy. If you're in the red zone and you just want to check the ball down to Effan Chisum, he can turn that into a touchdown. He's not like Jacoby Myers, who gets the ball and he goes down. Is he a possession wide receiver? Yes. But he's not solely a possession wide receiver. He can still do things after the catch. And I think that's what's so spectacular about him, is that he's a security blanket, but he can also do much more after the catch. And under Josh McDaniels, we know that he's teaching Drake May, you can't go broke taking a profit. Take the check down if that is all you have. And I think we're going to see that a lot from Effan Chisum, that is going to be the guy that gets the checkdowns a lot, operating in the slot, operating in the middle of the field where we know Drake May likes to operate, but Chisum won't just, again, get the ball and go down. He's going to do something even when that ball is just a check down. Like, he's going to turn that 5-yard check down into an easy first down. And I think that's exactly what we need in this offense. We need those guys that, despite it being a check down, despite it being a 5-yard slant, can do something after they get the ball in their hands to turn it into a bigger play. Those are the types of playmakers that have always thrived here and stuck around here in New England. And it just feels like Effan Chisum is that next man up. Guys, the stars are aligning. It's official. The stars are aligning. The first year Josh McDaniels is back. And what happens? An undrafted, small white slot receiver out of Eastern Washington comes out and is your next, like, Danny Amendola, Julian Edelman, Wes Welker role. And the stars just aligned. All right, but the Vikings here, they're trying to make something happen, put some type of points up on the board, 30 seconds and counting. They have one timeout left, so they're going to try to probably get down the field a little bit to attempt a field goal. They've had a couple of good moments, I will say. The Vikings have had some good moments in this final 2-minute drill, including one pass that was tipped in the air, 2 Patriots defenders in the vicinity, and somehow the wide receiver for the Vikings still comes up with the play. So we had a flag on Alex Austin, but they declined it. The Vikings are cooking down the field right now. And because of that flag, it does stop the clock. So hopefully they can keep the Vikings out of the end zone. Maybe Minnesota just attempts 3. Steven, my boy, I got you. Hope work's going well, my guy. Steven, let the chat know what do you do for work, my guy? I mean, 1 p.m. on a Saturday. Where are you working, my guy? Gosh, that's rough. 1 p.m. on a Saturday and you're at work. All right, Minnesota drops back. They're going to run. Oh, they just go outside to Thomas, number 89 for the Vikings. Alex Austin in coverage again. So Alex Austin in this 2-minute drill is getting beat quite a bit. But he goes out of bounds. That stops the clock. 17 seconds, 2nd and 2. Minnesota still with a timeout. Keep them out of the end zone. That's what we got to do here. Keep them out of the end zone. Steven also says, man, I wish I could watch this, but happy I can at least listen to you. Great job. Go Chisum. Go Pats, man. Shout out to Steven in the chat, man. Appreciate you guys for watching. That's why I love to do these watch parties. You guys watch, I watch, we react together. And for those who can't watch, I'm breaking it down so you know exactly what's going on so you don't miss out on anything. Minnesota drops back and ball's a little bit too high. Thayer Thomas, who they've gone to quite a bit on this drive, ball's just a little bit too high for him. He gets a hand on the ball, but can't bring it in. That's going to stop the clock. Stop the clock. By the way, today's video brought to you by Stephen Roy. Stephen Roy is killing the super chat game today. That's my guy right there. That's my guy. I'm on my third cooler. JC, let us know. What 3 flavors have you had so far? Oh, 3rd and 2, 8 seconds left. And Jackson drops the ball for Minnesota, 4th and 2. Will they go for it? Get aggressive? Still got a timeout left, or do they attempt a field goal? Great 2-minute drill by Minnesota. Great 2-minute drill by Minnesota, but they stall out when it matters the most. I mean, really good job for them to get down the field, but an inaccurate pass and then a drop by Jackson brings up 4th and 2 and now a field goal attempt. And they punch it through. So Minnesota finally gets points up on the board to end the second quarter. Took them a while. So pretty good defense for the Patriots so far. Obviously, it's just preseason, but nonetheless, they got points up on the board. The Patriots will have 5 seconds. I would assume that's just going to be a kickoff that, you know, they'll give some type of return, and that'll take up the 5 seconds. That'll be the final play. Bray comes in here and he says, yo, PG, why haven't I heard anything about Kendrick Bourne? So Kendrick Bourne got injured during the Patriots in-stadium practice. So one of their final days of training camp. And he got injured when the two teams were going up against each other. And so supposedly he said that it was just cramps. The media said he got rolled up on. But he apparently told fans at the end of practice, it's just cramps, I'm all good to go. We haven't seen Kendrick Bourne at practice since. And Mike Vrabel immediately said, like, yeah, you're not seeing him versus the Commanders. Then in this Vikings joint practice, yeah, you're not seeing KB practice either. So it sounds like Kendrick Bourne, that injury was more serious than he was letting fans know about. And unfortunately for him, he got injured at the worst time possible. So it'll be interesting to see what the Patriots do. I don't think that at this point, based off of the crowded wide receiver room, that he's done enough to make it. Patriots could place him on the IR and then at least have him as a backup for the remainder of the season if they feel like, hey, it's halfway through the season and we need a guy that, oh, go, no, go, 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 go. Oh. Damn, all right. So who is 29? Is that? So Jeremiah Webb almost has had a kick return touchdown, but ultimately he got stopped like right before. So that kind of sucks. If there was enough time on the clock, the Patriots could have at least kicked a field goal, at least had an attempt at doing so. But damn, Jeremiah Webb almost with a kick return there. That's unfortunate. That would have been a great way to end the first half with Jeremiah Webb kick return touchdown with 5 seconds left. That would have been amazing. All right, but like I said, I don't think that Kendrick Bourne at this point is one of the Patriots' best wide receivers. I think he could have been if he was on the field consistently enough to showcase himself. But even when he was on the field, we didn't see enough from him. He was still battling to be one of those final wide receivers that makes the roster. But I think one of two things happens. I think you either place him on injured reserve to start the season. Halfway through the year, if your wide receivers are struggling or they're dealing with injuries, you can bring Kendrick Bourne back from the IR. At least you have a guy that has familiarity with the system, with Josh McDaniels, with your quarterback. Or they could say, look, we respect you enough. You're not going to make this final roster, so we're going to trade you. And I think that's realistic because I could see him going back to the 49ers, okay? So you heard it here first. I'm not reporting anything. This is my thoughts. I could see Kendrick Bourne going to the 49ers because they got rid of Deebo Samuel this offseason. Brandon Ayuk is still dealing with that injury that he suffered from last year. Based off reports, it's very likely he doesn't play week 1. And then you have Ricky Pearsall, who got shot last year, who is still coming back from his injury concerns and just trying to catch up from last year. We don't even know what Ricky Pearsall is going to be in the NFL. If you bring back Kendrick Bourne, you're bringing back a guy that has familiarity within your system with Kyle Shanahan. Keep in mind, too, when the Patriots almost traded for Brandon Ayuk last offseason, there were discussions. Like there was a trade in place where KB was going to the 49ers and Ayuk was coming to the Patriots, but Ayuk said, no, I don't want to be traded. I'm not going to the Patriots. So if Ayuk didn't say anything, Ayuk would be in New England right now and KB would be in San Francisco. So maybe they ship off a late round pick to New England for KB and they have another guy for some depth there at wide receiver. Steven comes back and he says, "Thank you, sir. I drive a truck for UPS, so can only listen while I drive. Might lose service soon, sadly." Well, Steven, thankfully, we are at halftime, so you do have a little bit of time to hopefully get back into some, a little bit of a good range there, but hopefully it's a good day at work, man. Steven, let us know. Let the chat know. I've always wondered this. Maybe you guys know. I don't. I always wondered this. Why do those UPS drivers drive with the door open? Because I know it's probably like more for like it's easier to get in and out and whatnot, but I'll see UPS drivers on the highway, man, with the door open. Now I'm like, dude, yeah, you got your seatbelt on, but I'm just saying, my phone's in my pocket. That thing falls out. It's going right out the door. Like, hell no. I don't care if I'm in a cul-de-sac going 25 miles an hour. You will not see me with the door open. But guys, we will be right back, okay? We will be right back. Use this time to go use the bathroom, all that good stuff. I know we've been talking for about an hour and a half already, and I've been drinking this coffee. Your boy has got to go to the bathroom. So stay here, okay? We'll be back in a few minutes. The New England Patriots are still taking the field for the second half of preseason week 2. Vikings, New England Patriots. Patriots leading 14-3 at halftime. Still a lot of football to be played, but hopefully Patriots can pull this one out and go undefeated heading into preseason week 3 against the Giants. So stay here, guys. Stay active in the chat. We will be back here in just a few short minutes. All right, guys, welcome on back to the remainder of the watch party. Team is just taking the field. Minnesota Vikings, of course, they do start with the football, okay? I am expecting that we'll see a change of the roster a little bit for New England now that we have entered the third quarter. Josh Dobbs probably out here, should be out here, okay? Ben Woolridge should be coming in here. And let's remember, okay? Look, we'll see if Effan Chisum continues to play. I think he will, but let's remember that Effan Chisum balled out with Ben Woolridge at quarterback. Okay, he didn't ball out with Josh Dobbs at quarterback last week. So with that being said, as long as Effan Chisum is still in the game, he has the opportunity to continue to cook. So I hope they keep him in this game, because if Chisum can go 50 yards last week and a touchdown, if he can go 100 yards this week and a touchdown, that'd be huge for him. Because you go from, all right, maybe he makes this roster as a depth piece, to you got to find ways to get this guy into your starting lineup somehow, Josh McDaniels. So let's see what the Vikings can do here. And let's see what the starting defensive unit is for New England in the third quarter. Shout out to Steven, who comes in with a big $20 donation, man. Everybody give it up for Steven in the chat, okay? I want to see every single one of you leave a like, leave that heart button on Steven's $20 donation, man. Steven is killing it in the Super Chat game today. As always, donations go a long way in supporting the channel, but if you want to guarantee your question, comment, concern gets answered or reacted to live on screen, donations are the best way at doing so. Super chats are the best way at doing so. A lot of people talking in the chat. Sometimes we pull some up from the regular chat, but these super chats always get first priority and guaranteed responses. He says, honestly, I drive bigger trucks, so I'm not 100% sure, but I remember one driver telling me they don't have AC or windows. Wow. So most likely for airflow. Otherwise, it feels like an oven, but that's just a guess. Is that true? That's crazy. How are you expecting a guy or woman to deliver packages all day? Some people live in terrible areas too. I mean, like Texas, Arizona, California. You're expecting those guys to deliver packages all day in a truck that has no AC? That just feels like a lawsuit. My opinion, that just feels like a lawsuit. I don't even know how that's allowed, because even if you open up the window, like, yeah, you get some airflow in there, but it's hot air still. It's not even like it's cold. That's really dangerous. That's low-key a liability for other people's safety too, because if they're so hot that they pass out while driving, like I said, now it's a liability. Damn, though. Shout out to Steven for doing the hard man's job out there. You kidding me? A UPS driver? Ooh, I can only imagine, man. Getting our packages there on time. Everybody give it up for Steven in the chat, man. Give it up for Steven. All right. Five-yard gain here for the Minnesota Vikings on first down. Whoa. This broadcast is doing something really interesting where the game's going on, but they have Kevin O'Connell, the head coach for the Vikings. They have him mic'd up, and they're like asking him a question. He has the earpiece in so he can hear what they're asking him, but then he's also mic'd up. So like while he's coaching and watching the game, he's like answering these questions for the whole third quarter. That's pretty insane. It's actually pretty dope. Smart idea. Bill Belichick would never. But a few Patriots down on the play. Let's see who this is. So Anthony Jennings is standing by. Mike Vrabel's out on the field. You got Patriots players down on knees. You got Mike Vrabel coming out. All right, so not sure who this is. Hey, y'all, make sure you give that love to Steve, man. My boy Stephen Roy, yeah, give him that love, guys. What I like to see. But so on that play on second down, it looks like a couple of Patriots defenders got in the mix a little bit, and so they're down on the field right now. Some Patriots players are down on knees. Mike Vrabel came out. So trying to get an update on who exactly it is. Not sure Trying to check Twitter. I didn't get a good look. All right, Monty Rice. So they said it was a couple of Patriots defenders. So we'll see who else. But linebacker Monty Rice, according to Taylor Kyles, is the guy that is down. So look, Monty Rice has some really good moments for the Patriots. He has experience with Mike Vrabel during his time with Tennessee. So he could have been a dark horse to make this team. I'm not saying he was going to be on my 53-man roster, but he could have been a dark horse to make the team. And at the very least, he's someone who I think is a practice squad candidate. So certainly not ideal for him to get injured, but we'll see. That explains why Mike Vrabel came out, because Mike Vrabel has a pretty good connection with Monty Rice. So we'll see what happens here. But right now at a commercial break, so it's never good. DTN says Aiton is the other free agent who went down. So we'll see. Like I said, there was a couple guys that they said went down. See who this is. All right, yeah. So Aiton is also walking off the field. He had a really good play earlier on in the game where he stopped the ball carrier behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a few yards. Obviously not a guy we're expecting to be on the 53-man roster. So that's good, I guess. I feel bad saying good because, he's injured. It's never good, but you guys know what I mean. And then Monty Rice is the other guy that went down. So those are your two defenders that were injured for the Patriots. So Minnesota now at the 23-yard line, 3rd and 2. Can the Patriots get the stop in motion? They're going to pass the ball, and they get it. $14 for Minnesota comes up with the reception. Got an 8-yard gain to Jones and a fresh set of downs. They're now across the 30 at about the 32-yard line. They're going to try to set up a screenplay here, and Kyle Duggar out there to get him out of bounds. But guys, Kyle Duggar is out there right now with the backups. Now we've been hearing for about a week and a half now that Kyle Duggar has been rolling with the second team defense. Hasn't been rolling with the first team, but he is out there to start the second half with nothing but backups. That is not a good sign for Kyle Duggar. I mean, when you have Aiton out there, you got Monty Rice. That's the defense that Duggar's playing with. Duggar's playing with guys that are going to be practice squad candidates, guys that are fighting to make this roster. Ponder's out there. Farms is out there. Swinson is out there. I'm not seeing any other real starter out there on New England's defense other than Kyle Duggar. Wow. All right, Vikings first down. Looks like this one was against Miles Battle. An 82 for the Vikings. Wide receiver comes up with the play. Just runs an out route and just beats Miles Battle to it. All right, this time they're going to run the ball. All right, he's going to get maybe about 2. I've been pretty pleased with the run defense in this game, I will say. For a team that struggled against the Vikings early on in joint practice in stopping the run, a team that has question marks to stopping the run, they've done pretty well. Now, keep in mind, this isn't against like the starters. This isn't against Aaron Jones or one of the best running backs in the league. Obviously, the Patriots starting defense also isn't out there, so take that with what you will, but nonetheless. All right, 2nd and 8. Fakes the handoff under pressure. They set up another screen. Kevin O'Connell just said, oh, shoot. Kevin O'Connell just told us that there might be a screen here, and that's exactly what happens. Patriots defenders bouncing off of him, and he gets a first down and much more. Right now, the Vikings looking really good against his Patriots backup defense, and they might drive down the field to put up 7 points, make this a 10-14 game. Hopefully, the Patriots can get a stop, and they get a sack as soon as I say it. As soon as I say it, the Patriots get a sack. Looks like it was 93 who got in here. Pocket collapses from the interior, and it was a mix of 39 and 93. So the Patriots sent out an exotic blitz there. They didn't get home with 4. All right, 2nd and 15. Minnesota's at the 40-yard line in Patriots territory. They run the ball to the outside, and let's see. Xavier Scott, who had a really good game last week in Minnesota's first preseason game against the Texans. Goes to the outside. We'll see where they stop this. Hey, shout out to Brooke, another longtime supporter of the channel. It says, top tier job as always, PG. It's 4 a.m. here, LFG. Brooke, shout out to Brooke, who's watching a little nighttime game for the Patriots. Must be weird watching them play while it's morning and it's nighttime for you. It's about just before 3 p.m. here. Let's see. Big play down the field, and I don't know where that ball was. I feel like that should be intentional grounding on the Vikings quarterback. There was no wide receiver in the area, but all right, 4th and 11. Good stop by the Patriots defense there. Minnesota was driving down the field, brings up 4th and 11. But shout out to Brooke, man, for always supporting the channel, man. We really appreciate you. Like I said this last week or the week before, Brooke is one of the only female representatives for the New England Patriots that I see. It's Brooke and Nicole. So I think it's absolutely amazing that we got some female representation for the Patriots in here, man. Absolutely love it. Shout out to Brooke, always in the chat, always watching the videos. Appreciate your support, Brooke. And Brooke, let the people know where you're from. Where are you from that it is 4 in the morning? You on the other side of the pond. That's awesome, though. I've been in places before where the time zones were different. Like when I was in the Super Bowl, when I was at the Super Bowl in New Orleans this past year, there was a bit of a time difference. And then in Alabama, there's also a time difference. I didn't know that. I didn't know there was a time difference in Alabama, but it's only a few hour difference. I've never been somewhere where it was day and night difference. That's crazy. Jet lag is real. But all right, Minnesota settles for 3. Like I said, they were driving down the field against the Patriots. And then New England able to get a couple of key stops there. Bend but don't break defense to hold them to 3. 14-6, the Patriots come back out on the field offensively for the first time to start the second half. Australia. Oh, that's dope. I heard Australia is a fun place. I've never been to Australia, but now, is it true that in Australia you got a bunch of kangaroos hopping everywhere? We got a lot of deer here. Instead of deer, do you guys have kangaroos? So when you're driving, instead of a sign that says beware of deer, it says beware of kangaroos. That'd be dope. Although I heard kangaroos can be pretty aggressive. I heard they can be pretty aggressive. But all right, we'll see who the starting quarterback is. I'm expecting Ben Woolridge, but we'll see. So far, the Patriots' kind of philosophy with how they're running their personnel is extremely similar to what it was last week. I really thought we were going to get a whole quarter to maybe even 2 quarters of Drake May, but they only give him 2 drives like they did last week. So I don't really understand that. But last week we saw that Ben Woolridge got the entire second half. Josh Dobbs got like a little over a quarter. Nikhil says Ben Woolridge is on the field. That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting to see him on the field. Man, I'm so happy I got to meet Effan Chisum before he becomes too famous. I got lucky, man. I got lucky. The cool thing, too, I posted this on Twitter, but the cool thing is that I actually got to talk to him a little bit, too. And I told him, guys, the first thing that I told Effan Chisum, okay? First thing I told him was, hey, listen here, okay? Those white small slot receivers have always done well here in New England. Guys, that is an exact quote on what I said to him. And he laughed a little bit. He smiled. And I was like, so is it true you're watching some film? And he was like, yeah, like he's watching that Danny Amendola, Julian Edelman film that Josh McDaniels is shoving down his throat. So it was awesome, man. It was awesome to hear that, get that clarification for myself and not just what is the media saying, but what's actually happening. But JaMychal Hasty got the first carry, but 1st and 20 for the Patriots. Fortunately, gets called back after a penalty. So, 1st and long for Ben Woolridge, unfortunately. Yeah, they need to get rid of this Aiden O'Connell setup. You can barely see the actual game. All right, Woolridge goes out to John Giles, who he had a really good relationship with last week. Pass is a little bit high, but John Giles, this 6'3", 200 and roughly 5-pound wide receiver, is able to use his length, climb the ladder, and make the reception. Not for much. It goes from 1st and 20 to 2nd and 16. So a 4-yard reception, not much, but certainly moves the needle a bit. So here, what you're looking for on 2nd down is you're looking to get, 9 yards roughly. All right, Woolridge goes to Webb. It's going to be a gain of 8. So, again, that's what we heard Mike Vrabel say, is that when you're in 1st and long, 2nd and long, your goal on 2nd down is to get half the yards that you need. So if it's, 2nd and 20, you want to get 10 yards, make it 3rd and 10, and then get your other 10 yards there on 3rd. You don't need it all at once. That's exactly what Ben Woolridge did here, getting a little bit more than half the yards. It's now 3rd and 8. Much more manageable than it was prior. All right. They're going to blitz. 5-man rush. Ben Woolridge. Incomplete. Was looking for Javon Baker, but incomplete. They've targeted Javon Baker quite a bit. Between Ben Woolridge already, between Josh Dobbs before halftime. You've had Javon Baker targeted a lot and just not hauling in any of these receptions. I'm not saying the passes have been great, but it's just like, it just feels a little ironic when every pass that goes his way, it's just like a bad pass by the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? At some point, I kind of asked myself, well, if every single one of your roommates is bad, aren't you the issue? It's kind of the vibes I'm getting here from Javon Baker. But good punt here by Bryce Behringer. But a good return gets the Minnesota Vikings across the 30. So that's like a 18-yard return there for Minnesota. So they start with good field position. Patriots go 3 and out. So not what you want from that defense, but like how many times has he been targeted already? Let me see. Let's look at some other football scores that are also going on right now. You have the Browns and Eagles. The Browns are actually beating the Eagles 19-13. You have the Packers and Colts. The Colts are beating the Packers 13-3. Texans and Panthers. Texans are winning 13-3. And the Dolphins and Lions. Lions are winning 14-7. Then obviously this Patriots game too. So Josh Dobbs wasn't actually as bad as we thought. Josh Dobbs was 11 for 16, 106 yards, 1 touchdown. Passer rating of 107.8. So actually, it wasn't as bad as we thought. Gibson struggled a little bit more, but again, he wasn't out there with the first team offense the entire time. Effan Chisum is leading the Patriots right now. 6 targets, 6 receptions, 71 total yards for Effan Chisum, 11.8 yards per reception, 1 touchdown, and that long reception was for 33 yards. So again, I'm not sure if he's out there right now. I haven't seen him, but we'll have to take a better look. There might be a world in which they said, yo, he was so dominant before halftime that he's already leading the team in targets, receptions, yards for the 2nd straight week. This is a guy we want on the roster. We don't want him to get injured. Let's take him out now. So we'll have to see if we see him at all in the second half. But I mean, the second best receiver is Matt Collins, and he went for 38 yards. So chances are Effan Chisum finishes as your top wide receiver yet again for the 2nd straight week of the preseason. Well, so far, I should actually. So Effan Chisum was targeted 6 times. That's actually tied for Javon Baker. Javon Baker was targeted 6 times so far this game with 0 receptions. Again, they're giving Javon Baker the opportunities. And a lot of times these passes that are going Baker's way, they're not very good passes. They're not accurate by Ben Woolridge, by Josh Dobbs. But again, you're targeted 6 times. At some point, when do we say, all right, well, how much of that is on the quarterbacks? How much is that also on you? Again, I don't think it's a conversation. I really, really don't. Effan Chisum has been by far the better player. September 7th, man. September 7th. So only a couple more weeks. Less than a month until the first regular season game when everything starts to matter. And my blood pressure goes up. All right. Another easy gain for Minnesota. Flag on the play, but looks like they'll be across the 50 as long as this stands. This is on Minnesota, so that play doesn't count. Illegal formation. 5-yard penalty, replay first down. So this will be replay of first, so 1st and 15. That was a good play for them when it lasted. All right, let's see. They're going to run the ball here instead. Stop behind the line of scrimmage. Braden Swinson. Braden Swinson with a big stop, but there's a flag on the place. Might not matter. Holding on 93 of the defense, so that play doesn't matter. So essentially, those penalties offset itself. So you had the big play by Minnesota on first down that got them across the 50. It comes back, replay on first. It becomes 1st and 15. Then the Patriots stop them behind the line of scrimmage, but there is a holding on the Patriots defense, replay first down, and now it's 1st and 10 again. So the last couple plays really just didn't matter. At the 32-yard line, they're going to drop back. Some pressure. Minnesota's looking deep. Oh, had a step on the defender. Jones had a step on Patriots Mr. Irrelevant Kobe Minor. But how do you say this name? Brosmer? Brosmer misses him. The 3rd-string quarterback for Minnesota. The ball's just a little bit too ahead of him, but if he hits him in stride, that might have been a massive touchdown. That might have been a massive touchdown for Minnesota. So Kobe Minor definitely was beat on the play, but they get lucky. They get lucky. Ball's overthrown. 2nd and 10. By the way, Anthony Jennings also still on the play. Anthony Jennings applies the pressure. Anthony Jennings with a huge, huge sack. First time you've heard Anthony Jennings' name this entire offseason. He's still out there on the field along with Kyle Duggar with 5 minutes left in the third. Not looking good for either of those guys. Wow. Both guys from the Patriots 2020 class. Anthony Jennings, the 3rd-round pick. Kyle Duggar, the 2nd-round pick. Both on the field, but Jennings comes up big with a sack here. That's going to be 3rd and long for Minnesota. A much-needed play from this defense. What a play, man. By the way, guys, I'm adding some cool sounds to the soundboard, okay? Some Patriots-related sounds to the soundboard we're going to be playing all season long, so I'm excited for it. Some iconic moments we're going to put on the soundboard, man. I'm excited for it. Delay a game here for the offense now, too. 3rd and 24. Should be the 3rd and 29 now. Third and 29 for Minnesota. Wow, they started at like the 32 and they're all the way at the 13-yard line. Oh, sacked again. Another sack by New England's defense. Oh my gosh. They are killing Minnesota offensively right now. Minnesota was killing it. 69 for Minnesota is dealing with an injury, but wow. The Patriots defense just clutched up. Minnesota was driving down the field. Some penalties offset each other for New England and Minnesota. 4th and 35 after that sack. What a drive by the defense late on to make sure that Minnesota... Oh, my bad, guys. Look like the lights got plugged out here. Let me replug in the mic. Flag on the play. There we go. Not sure what that was. That's what happens when you're live, guys. Got to replug in the mic. See, guys? See how butt I sound right now? That's what a good microphone does. That's what a good microphone does. So both penalties are here on the Minnesota Vikings, one of which they had an issue with early on in the game for one of their players going out of bounds and then not coming back inbounds. So Patriots get a little bit of extra help there on special teams. Oops. What time is it? Make sure you guys remember we're doing post-game on Bleacher Report immediately following the game. So make sure you guys go ahead and check us out over there. It was 3:08. So this game will probably end 3:45, maybe. What the heck? All right, we'll see what this Patriots offense can do. They're going to have to do a lot better than they did last time when they went 3 and out. Whoa. All right, I'm going to put this in the chat for you guys too. So for anybody that wants to come watch, all you got to do is, it's completely free. All you got to do is download the Bleacher Report app. But if you guys want to hear my immediate recap and my immediate thoughts overall on this game, immediately following the conclusion of the game, we will be live on Bleacher Report. Try to find that link for you guys. All right. 1st and 10, Ben Woolridge fakes the handoff, looks downfield, and that's incomplete. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. All right, well, if it ever gives me a link, I'll share that with you guys, but right now it is not giving me a link. Yo, how did you do that? That was dope. How did you add that? How did you do that? All right, 2nd and 10. Patriots are across the 50. They hand the ball off. Yo, how are y'all doing that? How you guys doing this? Damn it, Mike, tell me. Is it like an emoji or something? All right, 3rd and 4. Patriots, again, are across the 50. They're at the 29-yard line. Woolridge drops back. Woolridge looking to pass. Woolridge under pressure, takes a hit, goes to John Giles. Wow. The 6'3", 205-pound wide receiver absolutely kills it. Another really good, strong catch by John Giles. Guys, look, I said this last week. I will say it again. If you are looking for a contested catch guy, I'm done with Javon Baker. Okay, if Javon Baker wants to be a special teamer, okay, maybe. We need one after Marcellus Dial went down. But if you want that guy on the field, give me John Giles. He had moments last year. He's had good moments this year. 6'3", 205 pounds, strong hands, sure-handed wide receiver that could be that security blanket for you. Catches like everything that goes his way, has that ability to make up for some inaccurate passes, uses his length really, really well. I'm telling you, if that's what this team needs, you need John Giles. I hope John Giles can get back on the practice squad because if Matt Collins or Kayshon Boutte deal with injuries, John Giles is the guy. John Giles is the guy that I want substituting in as a promotion from the practice squad. I thought he's been really impressive with some of his catches. 2nd and 4 for the Patriots. They're going to hand the ball off. All right, that's going to go to, looks like Shane Watts. All right, 3rd and 1 for the Pats. They're at the 15-yard line. And they will get it. Wow, Patriots got a small linebacker. Excuse me, the Patriots got a small running back, excuse me. So for those who are wondering who is the running back that is currently in for the Patriots, that is Shane Watts. Super, super small running back, as you can see. But he's had some really good bursts. I mean, even in joint practice with the Vikings, we were hearing about how he's had some good runs. He has really good bursts. This is a guy that's good during screens. And I think we're seeing that a little bit. Now, he's certainly not looking to make the roster. If anything, he's looking to make the practice squad. 3rd quarter is officially over, meaning that we're in the final quarter of football here in the 4th. But Shane Watts is the guy that is currently RB1 for the Patriots. Couple of good runs here. There's something, too, I want you guys to remember, okay? Because other fan bases will degrade this, okay? Especially Jets and Dolphins fans, they will degrade this. But if the Patriots come out with the win today, I know it's preseason, so it's not like I'm saying we're going to the Super Bowl now because of this, but this is the first year under Mike Vrabel. Josh McDaniels is back. The Patriots have a new coaching staff, right? This is a new era. We know this. But if the Patriots get this win today, the Patriots will have blown out the Washington Commanders last week, who were one game away from going to the Super Bowl last year. If they win this game, they beat the Minnesota Vikings, who also went to the playoffs last year. Both the Commanders and Vikings, even though they didn't put their starters out there, this has been a preseason game. Something to remember is that the coaching is still the same, okay? And the Commanders have a great coaching staff. They have a great head coach in Dan Quinn. The Vikings have a great coaching staff. They have a great head coach in McDaniel. And so with that being said, if we win both of these games, there is something to take away from that. Pats Nation, do not let any other fan bases degrade the Patriots' progress so far. Because it might just be preseason. But playing a team like the Vikings and playing a team like the Commanders, that's a real test for the Patriots. It's a real test. O'Connell, excuse me. I said McDaniels. Excuse me. Kevin O'Connell. I said McDaniels. That's on me. I'm thinking Mike McDaniels. But Kevin O'Connell, excuse me. Him and Dan Quinn are very good head coaches for the NFC. That's the reason why the Commanders and the Vikings both made the playoffs last year. But all right, let's see what the Pats can do. They're at about the 15-ish yard line, 14, 15. They set up a screen. Looks like this is John Giles again. Dodges a few defenders. Doesn't have the speed to get uphill very quick, but still able to get, let's see where they spot it. Maybe about 4 or 5 yards. Let's see where they spot this. All right, 2nd and 5 for the Patriots. So a 5-yard screen to John Giles. Patriots are knocking on the door for 7. And Ben Woolridge in pony formation drops back. Goes to John Giles, who drops the football, man. John Giles works right in the middle of the field. Ultimately drops it. Probably wouldn't have had the first, but would have been damn close. That's going to bring up 3rd down now. Just talk about how John Giles has been killing it. A really reliable guy, strong hands, and drops an easy pass right there. All right, JaMychal Hasty here. Obvious passing play. Ben Woolridge drops back. Ben Woolridge go. Another drop, this time by Jeremiah Webb. That's 4th and 5. So 2 good back-to-back plays. That should have been 1st downs. You go to John Giles, drops the football. You go to Jeremiah Webb, drops the football. So Patriots are going to come out here and attempt a field goal. John Parker Romo this time gets the opportunity. Andy Borgales shanks wide left earlier. Easy chip shot here. And John Parker Romo, perfect up the middle. Puts the Patriots up to 17 now. So an 11-point game for New England. All right, so Minnesota's going to get the ball again. See if the defense can step up. Look, it's the backup offense. It's actually not even the backup. It's the 3rd-team offense. But technically, I guess it doesn't matter. Nonetheless, though, if you are under contract with the New England Patriots, first team, second team, third team, scout team, whether you're on the practice squad, the active roster, I don't care what you're on. I'm going to hold you to high expectations, okay? One thing I will say is I feel like in this game, the Patriots' red zone offense has been a little bit shaky. They've gotten down there into the red zone. They've been able to drive down the field, but several times where they haven't been able to capitalize the way that they realistically should have. So one thing to certainly watch, we've seen the Patriots work on that red zone offense a lot this offseason. So something to keep an eye on. They've struggled tremendously in the red zone over the last few seasons. All right. So 14 minutes still left here in the final quarter. I appreciate everybody also who is new, who subscribed to the channel. Really appreciate you guys for being here. We don't just do live watch parties, okay? We do live watch parties. We do post-game recaps. We break down everything that is happening for the New England Patriots, okay? We have a lot of content to make before week one. I'm doing I guess my only. I wanted to do multiple, but unfortunately didn't get around to it. But we will be doing my 53-man roster prediction. Maybe we'll even do that this week. We'll see. I got a 53-man roster video dropping. We'll break down the final roster and all roster cuts that the New England Patriots make, any breaking news that happens between. Live watch party next week for the final preseason game against the Giants. We'll be doing live watch parties just like this every single game for the regular season and hopefully postseason too. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So make sure you guys stay subscribed to the channel. Hit that bell notification so that you get notified every single time that we post a video, go live, post a short. We produce a lot of content here. Make sure you guys also follow the social medias down below, posting a lot of Patriots and NFL related content over on TikTok. Really trying to get 10,000 followers over there. So do your boy a favor, guys. If you have TikTok, follow me at Patriots Global, Twitter at Patriots Global 2, and Instagram at Patriots.global. I'm most active, other than YouTube, of course, I'm most active on TikTok and on Twitter. So make sure you guys follow those. Make sure you follow Instagram too, because I collab with a lot of really cool accounts. So you get some pretty cool exclusive content. And as Brooke says, fam, make sure you hit that like button. Okay. How much likes do we have smashed right now? We have 93 likes, guys. Okay. I know we can reach 150. I know we can reach 150. The Patriots Global family shows out stronger than any other fan base in all of YouTube. I strictly believe in that. I firmly believe in that. So, guys, if you want to see more watch parties, you like the content, or you just want to support your boy, please make sure you do a big favor. It's completely free, less than a second. All you do is tap the screen and leave a big like on the video. Guys, I promise it's not for looks. I'm not like, hey, yo, let me get a lot of likes so I can show my mom and maybe she'll be proud of me, you know? No, the likes actually help support the channel because it shows YouTube how that, hey, this channel is successful. People actually like it. Let's push it out there. So help me grow this Patriots Global family by leaving a like on that video, and let's grow the chat, baby. But, all right, looks like the Patriots get away with a hold on 2nd and 4. It's going to bring up 3rd down already for Minnesota. Let's go, guys. We're at 100 likes, baby. We're at 100 likes. I know we can get to 150, man. I know we can get to 150. Shout out to Brooke for reminding the chat to hit that thumbs up, man. What would we do without Brooke, man? What would we do? What would we do without you be tripping? Also telling you guys to hit that like button. Check that out. All right, 3rd and 4. Minnesota's going deep. Whoa! And Jones with a crazy catch down the field for Minnesota. That is going to get them across the 50 on a 3rd and 4. What a gutsy call. 3rd and 4. You usually just want the first, but they take a shot down the field for over a 20-yard gain. This was on... Who was this? 26 for New England? Looks like it was on 26. believe that was 26, if I'm correct. Who was that? Trey Avery? Yeah, so that's Trey Avery. I believe Trey Avery just got here, if I remember correctly. Trey Avery just got to New England not that long ago. The Patriots made a couple of roster moves over about the last week. He was one of them. So he lets up a big play on 3rd and 4 down the sideline, and Minnesota's knocking on the door. They're at about the 21-yard line. Dropped pass here on 2nd and 5. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Can the defense bend but not break? Let's see. Bryson Nesbitt, who dropped the ball, former New England Patriot, doing us a favor. Let's go. Shout out Bryson Nesbitt. The only play he made here in New England, and technically he wasn't even a Patriot. Duggar is still on the field, by the way. It's the 4th quarter, and Kyle Duggar is still on the field. Yikes. 3rd and 5. Clock's expiring. Drops back under pressure. Sacked on 3rd and 5. Patriots bend but don't break, and the defense does it again. So inconsistencies with the defense, but one thing I will say is that when they reach the red zone, this defense locks up, baby. Another sack on a key moment. 3rd and 5. About the 21-yard line. That's going to put them back. 4th and long. They're going to go for the field goal. And they will make it. So it's going to be 17-9. New England Patriots are still in lead by 8 points. So, hey, Minnesota's been consistent with their kicking game. I will say that. But 11 minutes left in the game. Patriots up by 8, okay? I'm not comfortable enough with 8 points. We need to drive down the field. We need to put up some type of points, okay? We want to get in the end zone. We definitely want to get into the end zone. But if we can at least get down the field, put up 3 points, and extend it to an 11-point game again, all right. We can't go 3 and out. I mean, that pocket's just collapsed on 3rd down. It's really the edge rushers that did the most job there. Yeah, dude, I'm not going to lie. Jermaine, I'm with you. These commentators for this game are not good. They are not, like, they're not even telling me what's going on. I'm like having a hard time based off the camera angle they're giving at who exactly the players are. I'm trying to look at the number, and these commentators are talking about something completely different than the play that's actually going on. Tell me what's happened with the play. Tell me who made the play. Tell me who was defending the play. That's what I want to know. Oh, gosh. And you know they're getting paid a pretty penny to talk about something that's literally not this game. Yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, for Duggar, they're not going to get a good draft pick. They'd be lucky to get a 5th-round pick for Kyle Duggar. It might even be a type of situation where it's like, hey, I'll give you a 5th-round pick. Or no, you give me a 5th-round pick. I'll give you Duggar and like a 6th or a 7th, kind of like a pick swap. The thing is, right, the thing is going to be, if the Patriots don't get the trade offer they want, is it worth trading Kyle Duggar? Because it'll be $10 million off the book this year. The Patriots, guys, believe it or not, the Patriots are actually projected to be in negative cap. Now, there's a lot of time before next offseason. The cap space goes up every single year. So the Patriots, depending if the cap space goes up again, probably won't be in negative. But they're not going to have a lot of cap space next year. They're up against the cap space in 2026. The positive is if you trade Kyle Duggar, you're saving $10 million this year, which they really don't need. They still have about $60 million in cap space, but you're getting him off the books for 2026 and 2027, more specifically, to give you some more wiggle room. So it's going to be a big question for the Patriots. You get rid of Kyle Duggar now, even though you're probably not going to get a good draft pick just to get him off the books, or do you say he's a good enough player, we're going to still keep him unless we get a draft pick that warrants him getting traded? It's going to be a big question. But look, the Patriots don't have the upper hand right now. Like, he's under contract. He's not requesting a trade, but if they're going to try to ship him off, teams are going to be like, dude, he played in the 4th quarter for you in 2 back-to-back preseason games. He's rolling with your second-team defense, and he's paid as one of the highest safeties in the league. Like, I'm not giving you a high draft pick on top of that. Shout out to Steven again. This video is brought to you by Stephen Roy from the chat. Chat, give it up for our boy Steven in the chat, who's working as a UPS driver, but still listening to the stream and donating in real time, man. That is our boy right there, Stephen Roy. Everybody show him some love in the chat, coming in with a $2 donation, man. Roy, I really hope that you're getting a little bit away from this game. Hopefully you're enjoying it a little bit, and hopefully we're making your workday go a little bit quicker for you. A little bit quicker. Hope it's cool for you too, man. Hope it's not too hot. All right, 1st and 10 for the Pats. 11 minutes left in the game. All right, Woolridge hands the ball off to Shane Watts. Watts is going to bounce off a couple of tackles, get about 4 yards here. I feel like the Patriots are just going to run the ball a lot, try to stay on the field as long as possible, dominate time of possession, and just try to get out of here with a win. Steven is better than Duggar. That's a fact, man. Dude, we should put Steven out on the field. I think he could be one of the Patriots starting safeties. I believe in it. He works for UPS, man. I mean, that's harder than playing, football in the NFL. I believe that. Shane Watts goes up here outside again. He's going to get another 3, maybe. We'll see where they spot it. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Let's see. All right, 3rd and 3. Patriots are at about the 42-yard line. Looks like the Vikings are stacking the box here. Could we expect an all-out blitz? Let's see. And the Vikings will blitz. The Patriots run the ball, and Shane Watts, despite the blitz. Oh, actually, JaMycal Hasty. They give this one off to JaMycal Hasty. And that elusiveness, quick off the blitz here, and the Patriots get that 1st down. Great run by JaMycal Hasty, man. And that's why that speed, that elusiveness matters, because especially when they blitz, man, if you can find that hole quick, there's nobody for the most part, the back end of the defense that's going to allow you to rush past defenders. So 1st and 10, fresh set of downs for the Pats. Not quite at the 50. Terrible pass by Ben Woolridge on 1st down. Not sure where he was going. Looks like Jeremiah Webb was who he was targeting, but throws that thing out of bounds. Hey, man, if you guys are watching on Twitter, make sure you do leave a follow on Twitter. Make sure you also click that link in the bio if you're watching on Twitter. Come on over to YouTube. Subscribe to us here so that you get notified every single time we post a video, a live stream, a short, all that good stuff, so you don't miss out on any Patriots-related content. And if you're watching live here on YouTube, make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. 156 watching on YouTube, 156 watching on Twitter. So really, really appreciate you guys. We'll also have winners and losers dropping out for the Patriots in this game too. So don't forget about that, guys. The top performers from this game and the guys who were the top losers of this game, video will drop tomorrow. Our quarterbacks do throw high, Jonathan. That is the one problem we have. Like, every quarterback on this roster throws high. 3rd and 7 for the Patriots. They're at the 50. Woolridge drop back. Flag on the play. Flag. All right. There was neutral zone infraction by the Vikings. Penalties decline. 1st down Patriots. Baker's been targeted like 8 times, and this is finally the first time he caught a ball. There you go. Actually, let me see this play real quick. Okay. No, they stopped it. Never mind. All right, they're going to hand the ball off here. This is Shane Watts who gets a yard on 1st down. Whoa! Shout out to Steven, guys. He did it again. Everybody. Everybody give it up for Steven again, all right? I need to see love for Steven in the chat. My guy, your guy, our favorite UPS delivery man, Steven Roy in the chat. Massive $20 donation, man. Steven, we love you. We appreciate you. And boy, oh boy, if you were here, I'd give you a big old hug, but you're not here. So metaphorical hug. You said, put me in, Coach Braves. Just kidding. I suck. Just kidding. I suck. I got 2 bad knees. But thank you. Hit that like button, guys. Hey, I didn't say it. Our king, Steven Roy, told you guys to hit that like button. So if you guys didn't want to hit the like button when I said it, okay. But our king, Steven Roy, said you have to hit the like button. So with that being said, now you got to hit the like button. I don't make the rules, guys. I don't make the rules. Just how it is. But you know what, Steven? It's okay. That's okay. I believe even with 2 bad knees, you'll still be better than Javon Baker and Jalen Polk, okay? You can't be any worse than them. So put Steven in, man. Put Steven in, damn it. I'm going to get a Patriots jersey that says Steven Roy on the back. Shout out Steven in the chat, man. Huge donation. 3rd and 2 for the Patriots. Big blitz by the Vikings and a massive stop. As soon as that ball was handed off from Ben Woolridge to Shane Watts, he was tackled to the ground by the Vikings. So huge stop for them. And the Patriots are going to attempt a field goal with Andy Borgales that hits for 51 yards. Now, I haven't seen the play, but I did see that Evan Lazar did tweet it. So Patriots get stopped here. So again, the Vikings defense bends but doesn't break. Andy Borgales misses really bad from 57 earlier on in this game, but he hits from 51 yards. So Patriots go up by 3. Like I said, guys, before this drive started, I said the Vikings just put up 3. The Patriots are leading by 8. We need to put up some type of points on this drive. You want to get in for 7, but as long as they put up 3, the Patriots extend their lead from 1 possession to 2. And that's exactly what they do. Patriots, yet again, are up here by 11. So if the Vikings want to take the lead, right now they need 2 touchdowns. Feels like a home game. Look, it's good that the Patriots are playing as well as they are in the preseason. Again, it's not like they're playing the Jets and the Giants or the Saints, right? Like they're playing 2 teams that have some of the best coaching in the league. 2 teams that were in the playoffs for the NFC last year. Again, the Commanders were 1 game away from a Super Bowl. The Vikings, they didn't look that good in the postseason, but they did look really good in the regular season. One of the best teams in the regular season, okay? And although the personnel might not be the same in the preseason that it will be in the regular season, one thing that is the same is the coaching staff. And Brian Flores is one of the best defensive minds in all of football, okay? And I think that the Patriots offense has still responded pretty well given the potential of that defense. And I thought the Patriots defense also has played pretty well. You know, this backup 3rd-team defense, they've given up some big plays, but bend but don't break when it matters most. They get into the red zone. This Patriots defense has locked up and held the Minnesota Vikings to just 3 points. The Vikings have not gotten, God, knock on wood, but the Minnesota Vikings, through 4 quarters so far, have not gotten into the end zone once. Knock on wood, because I feel like I might jinx that. But they've only held them to 3 field goals. So great job by the defense so far. Great job. All right, let's see what this defense can do. These backup cornerbacks have been a little bit iffy. All right, Minnesota gets the ball. What? What? What the hell? You know what? That's on me. That's on me. I jinxed it. You know what? You guys, You can't be mad at the Patriots, okay? You can't be mad at the Patriots. That was on me. Yeah, that was on me. I told you guys, look, they kept them out of the end zone. I knocked on wood, but maybe it's fake wood because that didn't do anything. I knew if I said that literally the play later, the Vikings were going to, like, take one to the house. And the Patriots special teams, especially their gunners on punt return and kick return, have been really, really good. But here they fail. 81-yard return on the kickoff return by the Minnesota Vikings. Patriots special teams caught lacking. Now, I believe it was JaMychal Hasty that brought him down. But at the very least, the Patriots prevented the touchdown. They go out here. They get a few extra yards on first down. That's 2nd and goal. It's going to be pretty tough for the defense to keep them out of the end zone here, but we'll see. Yeah, that is a rough play by the Patriots special teams unit. That's my bad, guys. Look, I jinxed it. You can't even be mad at them. You can't even be mad at them. That was on me. That was on me. All right, 2nd and goal. Minnesota drops back. Quarterback's going to look to blitz, throws the football on the run, and throws it in the back of the end zone. Couldn't connect with his receiver. 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Come on, guys. Bend but don't break, baby. Bend but don't break. You get an 82-yard touchdown. Let's keep it 3. Let's keep it 3. Let's go, defense. Bend but don't break, baby. All you got to do, get a stop. Get a stop. Let's go. Let's go. Obvious passing play. Vikings are going to drop back. Patriots sent out an all-out blitz, and they hit him. Oh, ball comes out on the hit, so it's not a sack. But defense, bend but don't break, baby. Let's go, New England Patriots defense. They send an all-out blitz on 3rd down. Bit of a risky call, but the quarterback has to throw with the blitz in his face, and the ball is well behind the wide-open receiver. All right, Minnesota's going for it on 4th. Minnesota's going for it on 4th. You got to have it here. 5 minutes left in the game. They're at the 4-yard line. Smart move to go for it, but can they get it? Oh, flag on the play, and this might be on Minnesota. Minnesota, it is. Oh, false start by Minnesota. Wow, red zone defense steps up, and the Minnesota Vikings shoot themselves in the foot. Oh, God. Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. You get an 82-yard return, and your offense does nothing with it. Your offense does nothing with it. You are literally given an opportunity inside the 10, and you don't capitalize in the red zone. That's crazy. Minnesota has to settle for 3. They were going to go for it on 4th, but they shot themselves in the foot with a penalty. They go for 3 instead, and the New England Patriots are still ahead by 8, 20-12. Can they get down the field and put up at least another 3? 5 minutes left in the game. I expect the Patriots to run the ball a lot on this drive, dominate time of possession here, drain this clock as much as possible, and not give the Vikings too much time when they get the football back. If the Patriots can get down the field, and put up 3, I feel confident that this game is put away. Because that would be a 2-possession game. Right now, it's a 1-possession game. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. But if the Patriots can extend it to 2 possessions, I feel pretty good. Is Duggar still out there? So from what I saw, yes, Duggar is still out there. Duggar's played like this entire game. It's kind of crazy. It's actually kind of sad, too. It's actually really sad. All right. Patriots are going to get the football here. Can they make magic happen? Can they make magic happen? Whoa! Whoa! Steven! Steven! Don't go broke for me. Please don't go broke for me, Steven. Please. But oh my gosh. Stephen Roy, the guy who is quite literally sponsoring this video, honestly, he's the sponsor of the week. He's the sponsor of the week. I feel like it's not even the video, it's the week. Comes in with a $100 donation. Yeah, you guys heard that right. The decimal is correct. $100 donation. I need you guys, okay? I've been saying this all stream long. I need you guys to spam the chat. Spam the chat right now. Every single one of you watching, spam the chat for Steven. Give Stephen Roy some love in the chat. Leave a heart like on his $100 donation, man. He is killing it, guys. Steven is at work right now, listening to the live stream and is showing love to the channel while working, man. The world needs more people like Stephen Roy. Man, that is a man with nothing but absolute heart, man. I will sign any recommendation letter you need. Any recommendation letter you need to join the New England Patriots, man. You want to play wide receiver? We'll make it happen. You want to play quarterback? Forget Drake May. We will make it happen. But Steven says, thanks, y'all, for making my work day a happier and more fun day. Going to be out of service for the next 2 hours. Damn, where are you going, Steven? The woods? Great job today, Colby. Thank you for the commentary. Catch you next time. Go Pats, man. Steven, go Pats, baby. Thank you for sponsoring the channel this whole week, man, because that's what it is. You sponsored the channel this whole week, man. I have nothing but love and respect for you. I respect the grind. And I'm just happy that I was able to give you a little bit of insight on what's happening with the Patriots, man. I know that a lot of people, they can't watch the game. Luckily enough for me, this is my full-time job, right? This is my life. So being able to do these live watch parties, to be able to commentate for you guys, to give you guys a little bit more fun throughout the season, man, that's all that I need. That's all that I need, man. We'll be here next week for the final preseason game. We will be here all season long for the New England Patriots 2025 season. So if you guys like this video, you guys like this live watch party, make sure that you subscribe to the channel because we are doing this all season long, man. I want to see you guys in the chat all year long for these watch parties because that's what makes it fun for everybody, okay? Where I'm from, there's not a lot of Patriots fans, unfortunately. So us being able to kick it back, even if it's virtual, and just react to the game together and have a good time. This is what it's all about. It's like all of Patriots Nation is in one place and we're reacting to this game live as a family, man. That's what this channel is all about, man. Shout out to you, Steven. Have a safe travel day at work, man. We appreciate you more than words could ever possibly explain, man. Shout out to Stephen Roy, everybody. Nothing but love for him. But 3rd and 7. Ben Woolridge avoids the sack and throws the ball away. Patriots will definitely punt here, and the Vikings have an opportunity to tie the game. Let's see what they can do. But, man, shout out to Steven, man. I quite literally cannot find enough words to show love for him, man. So, guys, don't just let me be the one that gives Steven some love. Please also spam the chat with love for Steven, man. Mr. Automotive in the chat, too. What is going on, guys? It's like a reunion here at Patriots Global today. We're seeing old people. We're seeing new people. Man, this is what the live shows are all about. Everybody coming together, whether you're an OG of the channel, whether you are new. Patriots Global family coming together today. I absolutely love it. Mr. Automotive says we are back. You are damn straight we're back. And we got to keep. Whoa! Whoa! Hey, yo, Mr. Automotive is back too, baby. Oh my gosh, wow, we got the chat active today. Oh my gosh. You guys are killing it, man. What? Longtime supporter of the channel, OG of the channel, Mr. Automotive is back in the chat, and he comes in with a $50 donation. Mr. Automotive, I can never forget about you. You were one of the first OGs of the channel, one of the first true donators of the channel. Let me tell you, you could never escape me, man. Every time I see you pop up, I'm like, yeah, I know who that is. I could never forget about Mr. Automotive. Guys, I might not be able to read or respond to every single comment, but what I will say is that I do read the comments, okay? I do read the comments. I see you guys comment in the live chat, on the videos, community posts, shorts, everything. I see you guys comment. I know who is the OGs. I know who the supporters are. Even if I can't respond to, I promise that I do see you guys. I know who the real ones are out there. Mr. Automotive, you are definitely one of them. Appreciate you so much, man. First live stream back, and Mr. Automotive drops a $50 donation, man. Guys, give it up for Roy in the chat, and also give it up for Mr. Automotive in the chat, who drops a huge $50 donation for us, man. I mean, I love you guys, man. I can't express it enough. The support you guys give me, the love you guys give me, man. Making my dreams come true. We're not where we want to be yet, but I promise all the love you guys have given me is the reason that I'm getting my sportscasting degree. We graduate in December, bachelor's in sportscasting, and we are bringing you guys better shows, better content. I promised all the work I've been putting in for you guys for like 10 years has been for a reason, and we are taking it to the next level, baby. Shout out to Stephen Roy and Mr. Automotive, man. I appreciate you guys so much. But potential safety here, but they avoid it. 3rd and 7. Patriots defense stepping up big after the Patriots go 3 and out with Ben Woolridge. You know that Minnesota is going to go for it here. 4th down, 2 minutes and 37 seconds left of the game. If the Patriots can get a big stop here, that would be huge. Make sure you guys give it up in the chat for Mr. Automotive. I want to see some love from Mr. Automotive in the chat, y'all. Oh, so actually the Vikings will not go for it. They'll punt it in their own end zone. And the Patriots won't return it. They're just going to let it bounce. You guys have killed it in the chat more than I even thought was possible. The support, the love, man. Wow. Oh, shoot. My AirPod connected to my phone. That's not what I wanted. Okay, there we go. All right, Patriots offense is taking over at the 31-yard line. All right. Shane Watts goes up for a gain of maybe 2 or 3, flag on the play. All right, 1st and 20 for the Patriots. So penalty was on the O-line. Puts the Patriots back a bit. Now they're at the 21-yard line. 1st and 20. I'd expect the Patriots to run it here, and they do. Oh, stop behind the line. So right now the Patriots are shooting themselves in the foot, guys. Look, Mike Vrabel's not going to be happy. That's what I'm going to tell you guys. Mike Vrabel's not going to be happy. Even if the Patriots win this game, Mike Vrabel wasn't happy last week with all the penalties that they had, even though only 2 or 3 were accepted. He said there was a lot of penalties that happened that were offsetting or declined. And they're shooting themselves in the foot here again. The penalty put them 10 yards behind on 1st down. Then it was 1st and 20. Then they run the ball to the outside. They get stopped for a loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and long. All right, 2nd and 22. They're going to pass. Ben Woolridge fakes the handoff. Ben Woolridge is going to run. Gets tackled at about the line. He might get 1 yard, but rough play for the Patriots, man. Like I said, they're going to take this down to the 2-minute warning. It's going to be 3rd down. 3 timeouts for New England, 2 timeouts for Minnesota. Minnesota will have an opportunity to get the football back to try and tie this game, but we'll see. And the chat is still going. We got Nate Dog, $2 donation. He says, so excited for this season. Pats look a lot better. Nate, I agree with you, right? Like, I know some Patriots fans, their expectations have shifted because of what we did in free agency, and Vrabel is here, and McDaniels is back, and Drake May in his second year, that some Patriots fans believe that, hey, it's playoffs or bust. Me personally, I don't believe so. Can the Patriots get at minimum 8 wins? Can we double the wins we've had over the last 2 seasons? Can this be a dark horse playoff team that is in the mix at the end of the season? If we can do that, that is a big improvement. Okay, because there's going to be a lot of things that I think some Patriots fans have to remember are going to be a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? Like, the preseason looks good, but we're going to play some teams that are going to be a lot tougher with 4 quarters of starting caliber football play. So with that being said, I think between the amount of new pieces, between the coaching staff that is now implemented in place, we're going to have to figure out things that work and are not working. We're going to have to figure out ways that are going to adapt, because we've seen the starting offense and defense for a couple quarters in the preseason, but we haven't seen the starting offense and defense for 4 quarters consistently. So I think early on, there's going to be some frustrating things that are going to have to be ironed out as we build that chemistry, we build that continuity, what works, what doesn't work, kind of shift the roster around still a little bit. But the Patriots are going to be significantly better than what we've seen the last 2 years, and there's quite literally no debate about that. I really do believe that the Patriots will be a team that it comes down to the wire, and they will be in the mix for a potential playoff spot. I'm not saying that, week 16, they're guaranteed a playoff spot. What I'm saying is could it be a situation where it's like, okay, you have to win out in order to get into the playoffs, or you have to win your final game of the season, and then you need this team to win and that team to lose in order for you to get in? Could that happen? Sure. The Houston Texans 2 years ago, that's exactly how it happened. Could we do that this year? I think it's possible. And Steven is not done also, because we got the 2 top donators from today's chat. We got Stephen Roy, the king himself, with our longtime grandfather of the channel, Mr. Automotive. They're showing love for each other. Stephen Roy comes back in here, a big-time donator of the day, the donator of the day, who also, according to YouTube, they do this like XP thing based off of who like the top performers are in the chat. Stephen Roy won by a landslide, as we can all imagine. So shout out to Stephen Roy for also being the winner of the chat today, according to YouTube, has the most XP. He says, Mr. Automotive, I play in a men flag league. I still suck playing flag. Best wishes, y'all. Much love and respect for y'all. Much love and respect for you, Stephen, from not just me, but all of Pats Nation, all of the Patriots Global family. A men's flag football team is dope. I've seen leagues, though, where like adults play like full tackle, full pads, helmet, everything, and they have their own league. I would love to join one of those. Okay, look, I'm 23. I'm 23, but I would love to find a league, flag or full tackle, that I could join. So, Steven, shout out to you. I'm waiting for you, man. I'm waiting for you. You let me know when you want me to let Mike Grable know that we got a guy in the pipeline. All right, we got a guy in the chat that is ready to take over in New England. Steven, let us know in the chat, man. What position do you play? What position do you play? I'd love to know. I would love to know. Hey, man, shout out to my boy Connor Lawn, one of the very few Jets fans that I can actually stand. One of the few Jets fans that I can stand. I'm telling you guys right now, this kid, this is going to go a long way in life. Know the name, Connor Lawn. Hopefully he works for the NFL in general and not just the Jets. For your mental health, Connor. I hope that happens. But he says, Colby's making bank today. Hashtag Jet Up, man. Hey, as you guys know, all the love always goes back into the channel. Always does. What we do here at YouTube and all the other social medias, it's allowed us to upgrade the audio, the quality of the video. It's allowing us to build our studio up. And we're not done. It needs to be better still. I don't know exactly what I want to do, but I think the setup needs to be better still. But as you guys can see, the channel is coming a long way. And it's because of the love and support that you guys show. But, hey, man, I'm sorry, Connor, that you're a Jets fan. But I still have a lot of love for you, man. I still have a lot of love for you. I'm here, Connor, man. By the way, Connor, if you ever need to talk, I know your mental health might be a little low because of the Jets, but if you ever want to talk, my guy, I'm just one phone call away. You can always vent. Don't worry. The Patriots will show you what real football looks like, man. Don't worry. Man, shout out to Connor, though, all jokes aside. All right, 1 minute and 42 seconds left. Minnesota with 1 timeout left. 2nd and 10 after an incomplete pass. Remember, guys, leave a big like on the video if you have not already. Shout out to all the members of the chat, too. All right, 2nd and 10. It's going to be a short reception, but the Patriots are going to stop him. It's going to bring up 3rd, probably about 7. Clock's still rolling. They're not even across the 50 yet. Got to expect them to start taking some shots down the field at some point, and they still don't. Flag on the play. And as long as this isn't on the Patriots, it'll bring up 4th. Oh, and this is on the offense. Replay 2nd down. That's not what you want. Yeah, that's not what you want. Let's try to get to 150 likes by the end of the stream, guys. I know you can do it. The chat has been amazing today. I know you guys can do it. I don't tolerate cheaters. Hey, Connor. Where's the cheaters? I don't see any cheaters in the chat. The only thing Connor can tolerate is disappointment. But you know what, Connor? The Jets are teaching you, man. Like, if you can tolerate the Jets, then you can tolerate anything that life throws at you. So it might actually be helpful for you. Oh, what a batted pass. Batted pass by the Patriots. But it also looked like the Minnesota Vikings messed up a little bit, too. There was just a lot of clutter in one place. 4th and 17 for Minnesota. They have to have this if they want to have any chance at tying this football game. All right, Vikings with 1 timeout. 4th and 17. Just over a minute left. He's going to go deep. He's going to go deep. And oh my God, how did you allow that? Jayshon Jones with a catch at the 50-yard line. Time is still going. 56 seconds. How do you allow that? 4th and 17. Oh my God. They still got to go the length of the field. They're not even at the 50. They're at the 49. They're going to drop back. He's going to go deep again. Another one. Caught by Tim Jones. Out of bounds. Clock is going to stop. And right now, this secondary is getting cooked. Hopefully, with them stopping, the Patriots defense can fix up a little bit. And was that Duggar? Duggar didn't allow the reception, but I believe he's still on the field. All right, 38 seconds left. 1 timeout for Minnesota. They are across the 30 at the 29-yard line. Going to drop back. He's going to look to pass. That is another. Oh, the ball's dropped. The ball is dropped. All right, he's going to look left, and that's also incomplete. 14 seconds left, 1 timeout, 3rd down. You guys, you have killed it so much today. I mean, you guys have supported tremendously through today's live stream. I really hope that we continue this momentum all regular season long, guys. Again, we are going to be live like this every single week of the regular season. And, of course, next week also for the final preseason game. I want to give back to you guys, okay? So I'm going to give away right now. I'm going to give away, and it's at random, so it's whoever gets it. But I'm going to give away, again, 5 free memberships. 5 Patriots Global memberships on this channel, you get exclusive emojis that you can spam in the chat. You get the exclusive Patriots Global logo next to your name so that every time you comment on a video, live stream, short, community post, you have the Patriots Global logo next to your name to showcase to everyone that you are a member of the Patriots Global family. And you get priority reply to comments in videos, community posts, live stream, shorts, all that. We're going to give away 5 free memberships right now because you guys have supported so much today, and I want to give back to you guys. So we're going to send those out now, and let's see who gets them. Mike gets a membership. Brooke gets a membership. Connor got a membership. Connor, you better use it. Better use it. I want to see you spam those chats, Connor. Damn it. Ray got a membership. Man, congrats to Mike, Brooke, Connor, and Ray. But I believe that's only 4, right? No, Chris. No, Chris, you already had one. All right, 4-man rush by New England. 3rd and 3. They get the ball at the 8-yard line. They're going to take the timeout there. So, oh, wow. Minnesota is bringing this down to the wire. Minnesota's going to be at the 8-yard line. No timeouts left with 6 seconds. What a game we have right here. 8-point game. So we had Mike get one. We had Brooke, Connor, Ray. That's only 4. Where'd the 5th one go? Oh, we got Ray. We got Bray. So we got Mike, Brooke, Bray, Connor, and Ray all have a month subscription here to the Patriots Global chat. Let's go. Shout out to everybody who won the giveaway, of course. We're going to be doing more giveaways like this in the future. So if you didn't win the membership today, you'll have more shots. We do these during the live shows. So make sure you guys tune into the live shows because you'll have an opportunity. And of course, if you just want to get the Patriots Global membership, it's a couple dollars a month. All you have to do is there's a plus button next to the subscribe button on the channel. Hit that and you can become a member of the channel too. So you can always do that. You can always do that. Mud Vials, what's going on? So Mud Vials, right now, the Patriots are winning by 8 points. The Minnesota Vikings have shredded in this possession the Patriots' 3rd-team secondary. They've made some big key plays when needed. They have 0 timeouts, 6 seconds left in the game on 1st down. Come on, New England, get the sack. To the end zone, and they don't get it. 3 seconds left. This will probably be the last attempt for Minnesota. Guys, we got 130 likes. All we need is 20 more likes to hit the like goal today of 150. Come on, guys. If you haven't hit that like button, hit it right now. 152 people watching. 3 seconds on the clock. Could be their last opportunity. New England is taking a timeout. All right. New England's taking their timeout. 3 seconds left. How do I use the emoji? So there should be like a little emoji-con next to like your chat button. And you should be able to hit them that way. New member of the channel, Brooke, says smash that like button. Hey, you guys heard it here first. I didn't say to do it. I didn't say to do it. The queen of the channel did. The queen of the channel herself, Brooke, told you guys to. So now you have to. Now you have to. Mr. Automotive says, hit the like. Hit the like. The grandfather of the channel is also telling you guys to do it. Means you got to do it. All right, 3 seconds left. Come on, defense. Hold up. Hold up. The Patriots are blitzing. Oh, actually, no, it's just a 4-man blitz. Intercepted. Intercepted by... Oh, my God. I almost lost it. So Kyle Duggar gets the interception. Ball is punched out from him at the end. Minnesota recovered, which would have been a touchdown. The Patriots are saying they're down, which would be a touchback from the Kyle Duggar interception, but Minnesota's trying to say that they ripped the ball from Kyle Duggar and got in the end zone for the touchdown. Another reason why Kyle Duggar is on the outside looking in. You get the interception, but you make it close to where you almost allowed them to win the game. Or not win the game, but tie the game. So what a absurd final play of the game. Again, you got Kyle Duggar with the interception in the end zone. He tries to go down. Ball gets ripped from him at the last second. Vikings were trying to say that he fumbled and they recovered for the touchdown. But Minnesota sidelines went crazy. But based off of the replay, by the way, Mike Vrabel already ran to the locker room. The whole Patriots team did. So while Minnesota thought they got it, the Patriots are running to the locker room. But the refs say no. Kyle Duggar was down for the touchback. Patriots get the win in a game that came down to the wire. This is as exciting as it gets, okay? This is as exciting as it gets for a preseason game right there. But the New England Patriots come out with the win, man. It wasn't as pretty as last week, but we can't expect blowouts every single week. The New England Patriots get a big win against the Washington Commanders last week, a playoff team for the NFC in 2024, and they get another win in the preseason against the Minnesota Vikings, one of the NFL's best teams in the 2024 season that were also a playoff team. So the New England Patriots just absolutely killing it so far in the preseason. Their biggest struggles coming when the third team defense took the field. So not too worried there. But right now, the New England Patriots in back-to-back weeks are undefeated in the preseason. The Mike Vrabel era starting very well. And this is exactly what we want. Now, we play the Giants next week. That's a game you should win. But how many of the Patriots starters are actually going to play? Under Bill Belichick, under Gerard Mayo, usually none of them play. It's literally all the backups. What will Mike Vrabel do? That's the big question. Guys, we are going to be live next week again. This is a Thursday game, so less than a week away. We are live on this channel for another watch party. New England Patriots traveling to New York to face on the Giants for the final preseason game where, look, if you're on the roster bubble for New England, this is your last opportunity to make a final push, man. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you already do so. A couple more super chats to get into. We got Felipe with a $5 donation. Says, from a starter and one of the best safeties 3 years ago to a possible cut and fourth quarter playmaker, man, Kyle Duggar fell off hard. Felipe, you said it best yourself. I mean, this was a guy that last year wanted so much money, and New England gave him a lot of money. He's a top 10 paid safety in the league, but he wanted more money, was pretty disappointed, and he has looked really bad since that extension was given to him. I mean, from reading screenplays against the Raiders and getting a pick six against Devontae Adams to getting a interception in the final play of in the fourth quarter of a preseason game to where he almost fumbled the ball and allowed the Vikings to come back. I mean, rough journey here for Kyle Duggar, who really just doesn't fit this system and how they want to run this defense either. But Steven coming in with a final super chat of $5 saying, hit that like button. Yes, sir, guys. Please make sure you guys leave a big like on the way out. We got 130 likes right now. Hopefully we can get 143. Okay. So if everybody hits that like button on the way out, we can reach our like goal of 150 likes by the end of the stream. And I want to give a giant thank you to everybody who donated in the chat today. You guys absolutely killed it. And I cannot thank you guys enough. Between the donations, between the support, you guys showed out. We got so many new subscriptions, man. So many new members of the Patriots Global family. And I hope that you guys stick around. We have watch parties all season long. We have post-game recaps all season long. We got winners and losers tomorrow. Hopefully my Wi-Fi is not crapping out on me too much here. It looks like it is going down a little bit, but make sure you guys go to Bleacher Report and tune in over there because I am doing my post-game recap. It's not giving me the shareable link, which sucks. But if you guys go to Bleacher Report online, you download their app, you will see me under the New England Patriots section breaking down everything that happened in this football game. But again, shout out to Roy, shout out to Mr. Automotive, shout out to Felipe and just everybody in the chat, Connor Lawn, Nate Dogg, everybody in the chat that donated today. Appreciate you guys so much. again, we'll have winners and losers for this game dropping tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Check out the other videos on the channel until then. But until next time, I appreciate you guys for tuning in with me for the New England Patriots second preseason game watch party. And of course, go Pats.